Yes, good evening. Welcome back to Football Heritage TV. It's the last watch along for me. Not forever, but definitely for this season. I won't be about for the game against Everton. I'm going to be at the father-in-law's house, who's a Chelsea fan. So make of that what you will. The team news is out. Tottenham have got the same 11 as last week. I didn't think there was going to be any change. I will still have exactly the same concerns I have before every Spurs game at the absolute lack of attack. But Chelsea, no João Pedro. Other than that, it's probably as you would think. They have got... let's have a look. So I did see it and I've completely forgotten it. Bear with me 1 second. So Chelsea line up with Sanchez in goal. It looks like a back Achampong, Fofana, Hato, Cucurella, Sanchez. It looks like a back four to me, with Andre Santos and Caicedo in the middle, with Palmer, Enzo and Neto behind. Liam Delap, a striker I don't rate. And you know what that means. You know what that means. He's going to score. Said I don't rate him. But Tottenham Hotspur can survive tonight. We can survive tonight. And it is survival. I won't be celebrating. I'm not celebrating staying up. I'm not celebrating it. It's going to be a huge sigh of relief. But can we get the point tonight against Chelsea? We don't do well there. But all records were made to be broken. Have Spurs got it in their arsenal, no pun intended, for that to happen? Tottenham line up, as usual, with Kinski in goal, Porro, Danso, Van de Ven and Adogi, Bentancur and Paulinho, with Mawani, Gallagher, Tell and Richarlison. Not a lot going forwards. We know that. So we're going to have to find other routes to goal. I say this every week. I haven't changed my mind at any point during the season about how bad we are going forward. I don't care who the manager is. We're just not very good going forward. But wouldn't it be lovely to just grind out a draw? I mean, it would be lovely to play lovely football. But right now, the most important thing is staying up. And, you know, when I look at it, I see a lot of people going, oh, we're going to run onto the pitch if we stay up against Everton, and, you know, we're going to have a parade. You know, sorry, what, for finishing 17th? I mean, I think we just quietly move into the night. If Spurs stay up, I think we quietly sail into the night and then ask what's happening this summer. So look, I it is what it is. We're at that stage of the season. All the talking needs to stop. You know what? Upon reflection, I see loads of people saying, we'll smash this club, that club. We don't, do we? So look, time for the talking to stop. Time for Tottenham to show us that they're capable of getting a point away at Chelsea. Chelsea have some big hitters. They do, don't they? Caicedo, Fernandes, Palmer. But no João Pedro. I think that's a big miss for them up top. I think he's a good player. Not amazing, for anyone says I rate everybody. Not amazing, but a good striker who's got a fair amount of goals this season. I don't know if he's on the bench. Let me have a look. Bear with me. Hold the line caller. Is he on the Chelsea bench? He is not on the Chelsea bench. On the Chelsea bench, you have got Jorgensen, Sarr, Chalobah, James, Asugo, Garnacho, Derry, Kavuma, McQueen, and Waker. So not a lot on the Chelsea bench. On the Spurs bench, by the way, let's just see if Vicario is back. Vicario on the bench with Dragashin, Basuma, Maddison, Gray, Bergvall, Spence, Sarr, and Sosa. So again, Spurs have got quite a lot of senior pros to pick from. Yeah, as I said, I think, listen, a lot of things happened. I think De Zerbi kind of got in at the right time, didn't he? As we were just getting the players back from injury. But it doesn't mean anything if we don't stay up. It doesn't mean anything if we don't stay up. I've seen people say what De Zerbi done as a miracle. Not for me. So far, not for me. I think we were really poor against Sunderland. I thought we were awful against Wolves. I thought we were mediocre against Leeds with no attacking threat. I thought the Villa game was very good. and the first half of the Brighton game was good. But for me, listen, forget miracles, forget blowing smoke up people's backsides. What we need is a point to stay up. Doesn't matter which manager you like tonight. Doesn't matter which player you like tonight. Doesn't matter what you think of Enoch tonight, or Levy, or Lang, or Vinay, or Paratici. Doesn't matter about any of that. All that matters tonight is we need a point. Because, guys, how long we all supported Spurs? How long have we all supported Spurs? Does anyone really fancy Spurs needing a point in the last game of the season at home, where we've won 2 games all season? Every week, by the way, when I've done watch-alongs, I haven't done one for ages, actually. We're going to smash these today. We're going to smash these today. We've won 2 games at home all season. So for me, I don't trust us. Yeah. Okay, it can be crazy to you. I just watched the Wolves game and I didn't say we weren't organised, but there's nothing about us, right? There's nothing about us going forward. There's nothing against Leeds as well. There's nothing about us going forward, which is scary. Now, can they do something tonight? Maybe, but as I said, I've heard comments like this all season, and yet all season we just don't ever look like scoring goals. But apparently I've been wrong all season about the forwards and about the way we play. But listen, we'll see. I think that we are best when we are pressing and forcing clubs into mistakes. I think when we have a lot of the football and we are asked to open teams up, I think we struggle massively. Obviously, that probably won't be the case when the likes of Maddison and Kudus and Xavi Simons are available, but they're not. They're not available. And we've got to find a way. We've got to find a way to score. So for me, I want to see us come out the blocks tonight fast. I want to see us come out the blocks hungry, desire, pressing, because all of these buzzwords, which I think is what you associate with a bad team, isn't it? Work rate, desire, pressing, hunger. That's not the words I ever use for the top teams. The first things I think about Man City aren't work rate. I'm not saying they don't work hard, but, so look, I don't know what happens today. I don't know. This is Chelsea. I think they're going to be up for this. I think they're going to be up for it. I don't know. Could be wrong. But new manager announced for Chelsea. New manager announced in terms of Xabi Alonso. I know he's not going to be the manager tonight. So, look, at the end of the day, what will be, will be. If we stay up, we are going to need to find a point from somewhere. And maybe we don't need to find a point. Maybe West Ham don't get anything, don't win their last game of the season. But it's kind of embarrassing, isn't it? Kind of embarrassing that we're saying 1 point keeps us up with 2 games to go. But, it is what it is. We are where we are. And as always, nothing silly. As always, listen, I don't doubt we will match them tonight for work rate. I don't doubt that with Bentancur, Gallagher and Paulinho in the middle, we will fight, we will run, we will work hard. As always, I am so worried about the Richie, Mawani front three. It has been dreadful. I don't rate any of them. I don't rate any of those 3. I don't want to see any of those 3 in the team next season. If one of those 3 starts in the team next season, if any of them start in the front 3, then you have to ask questions about, have we learned our lesson? I don't want to see players like that in the Spurs 11 next season, but it's what we've got tonight. It's what we've got tonight. So, listen, as we go on throughout the show, we'll talk a little bit more about the lineups. Difficult. There's nothing to really talk about with the Spurs lineup. It is exactly what everyone thought, right? I don't think anyone thought there would be any changes. The game, unfortunately, has come too soon for James Maddison to be starting. I would expect we might see him for 20, 25 minutes, maybe at the end of the game. Maybe, that is. I'm glad that we're not starting the Greys and the Bergvaus and the Sars. I'll be brutally honest. I'm glad we're not starting them anymore. I thought they were a big contributing factor to us not winning games. I took a lot of stick for it, and I don't mind taking a lot of stick for it. But I was told by so many people, yeah, Gray's got to play, Bergval's got to play. And for me, I don't think they should be playing. So from that aspect, I'm happy. The front three, is there any other options? I don't know. And look who it is. Look who it is. Perchy. Hello, Perchy.
Hello. How's it going?
I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. I'm just living the dream. Got back from work, decided, yeah, I will do this watch along, the last one of the season for me. And I'm not confident. Does that make me negative?
Yeah, you're the super toxic negative YouTuber that you live and breathe to the name. Look, I don't feel positive nor negative. I just kind of want it done so we can kind of just go at the end of tonight. We can just go, it's sorted. We don't have to worry about it. Like, I don't want to go into the last game going, we now have to get a result. Because I think this is the thing. I think regardless of the last two games, I think we do stay up. I don't see West Ham beating Leeds. But my point would be is how very Tottenham would it be? Like, we lose tonight, and then last game of the season, West Ham score in the first 5 minutes, Everton nick a scrappy goal, and at a click of a finger, it all has completely gone the other way. I'm not saying that happens. I don't think it does. But for me, just get it done now so we can enjoy the summer. For me, my mindset is if we can get it done now, it's World Cup season. World Cup season starts after tonight, hopefully.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. For me, what I want to see is a line drawn under this last few years. Yeah. And let's be honest, right? I'm going to say it. It's going to piss a few Ange fans off. This season has shown again, right, that what a bad job he did, because we're in exactly the same position as last season, Perchy. We've got the exact same amount of points right now as we did last season. So for me, it goes to show what a terrible year we had last year. The only difference is this year is that West Ham haven't tailed off. Last year at this time, who was it? Southampton,
Ipswich
and Leicester.
Leicester,
had all tailed off. But do you see us? Do you see us going to Chelsea and getting a draw? I mean, it's not a vintage Chelsea team, but they did play well in the FA Cup. I thought they were in it.
Yeah,
I thought they played well against Liverpool. What do you think?
It's a weird one, right? I saw a crazy stuff. I didn't believe it, but Chelsea just don't win at home, by the way, either. What is it, by the way, with football clubs not winning at home these days? Like, what's that about? Like, Chelsea haven't won at home for ages, is what it feels like. But look, do you know what it is? I don't think it's about can Tottenham go there and win. Like, do you know what it is for me? Just get to the result that we need. Like, I'm kind of at that position. I don't care if they've got 80% possession, but all of a sudden we've got a 0-0 or a 1-1, and Richarlison's knee deflected in and he celebrates like he's won the World Cup. Like, I don't care at this stage. Like, just get the job done. As I said, I just don't want it going to the final day. It'll be nice just to say West Ham are down, Spurs are it now. We can focus on. We don't have to keep hearing the transfer stories of depending what Tottenham's league status is.
That
needs on a t-shirt. That needs on a t-shirt, depending on what league Tottenham are in. Like, just so we can
if Tottenham draw tonight, if Tottenham draw tonight, you just know it that the Andy Robertson Senesi information is going to be rife between now and Sunday, isn't it? But
of course,
look, do you know what? I look at this game and I hope I'm wrong. Listen, I feel like I've repeated myself on here for years now. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope we get a result. I just don't see where we're getting goals from. And that is, let's be fair, Perchy, you'll back me up on it. I've said this all season. I just don't know, other than moments. Like, I thought the goals against Brighton was 2 moments of genius from Xavi Simons. The goal against Leeds was a really good finish from Tell. But as an actual team, I don't feel like we're ever going to rip through a side. I don't feel like we can open them up incisively.
No, 100%. I think it's going to be a weird. As I said, it's going to be a weird game. Um, what?
Oh, Ash.
Um,
Oh,
no,
Ash.
I think for me, yeah, look, I think it's not a vintage Chelsea team. I think we have to remember that this isn't a Chelsea team that had the Drogbas and the SENs in the, you know what I mean, like the proper superstars, the Lampards. Can they open us up? Yeah, but equally they can be opened up. Like they've been opened up easy this season. For me, it's got to be all about who's going to be the one that puts it in the onion bag. Just who? I don't care. If it's Mawani, I don't care. Tell who. Like if we have a bit of magic like we got the other day from Tell, I don't care. Just someone. What you don't want is to go 1-0 down. For me, you don't want to go 1-0 down. Oh, where's it? Did Savva just magic off, by the way? Did anyone just see that? It was like, and he's gone. Yeah, look, for me, just don't go 1-0 down. You go 1-0 down, heads drop, take the lead, make them sort of almost come at us. It'll be interesting today. Today's going to be really all about. Sorry, he's just back again. Sorry, what was that about?
My front door.
Yeah, but it was weird. Like your camera froze. You were sitting there, and then it came back, and you had gone. It was like magic.
Mm-hmm.
It was very odd. But look, I think for me, it's all about.
Don't say this, by the way, Phil.
Phil,
I don't rate him, and I've been very vocal about not rating him as Perchie's camera is completely given way. But you just, you've frozen on my screen. You're just, I can hear you, but you're just frozen. But yeah, listen, I look, Delap. I mean, it's the sort of game where a player I don't rate scores, and everyone goes, "Oh, I told you he was good."
Yeah.
About Delap?
Nah, look, Delap's. This has 1-1 Tell and Delap scoring. By the way, I'm just saying it. Everyone's going to start going absolutely crazy because Tell has scored and then Delap has scored. But look, no, I don't think. Not for me. He's not a Chelsea 9. No, he's a nice kid, but he shouldn't be playing at that level.
Just to confirm, Perchie's camera is gone. Like literally, he's frozen. Has been. Yeah. You're everyone's saying it. You're frozen.
Have I gone now?
Now I can just see the word Perchie.
Am I back?
And now I can just see you frozen. Yeah.
I'll come out and come back in.
Okay, go out and come back in. Yes, Connor, big up to you, my man. Yes, the barbecue's still going ahead. No idea what box office was talking about when he was telling people it weren't, but never mind, still going ahead. Guys and girls, for the first time tonight, let me know your score predictions. Look, we need a point, and I always think it's a dangerous game, isn't it, when you only need a point? We've seen this many times down the years. Yeah, you're back. We've seen this many times down the years where clubs need a point. Do they go into the game and attack? Do they go into the game to defend? Do you just go in as you normally would? And I think that's the difficulty for Spurs. I'll ask you this question, Virgie. What difference is it going to make Chelsea to the Chelsea players tonight, knowing that they've got a new manager in? I'm guessing he's going to be in the stands.
He'll be in the stands.
In Xabi Alonso, does it mean anything, or is that just a next season thing?
Look, I was just thinking that just now. Like, are we? I think it has to be on players' minds. Like, you think about it. I always, you know me, I always try and bring our normal lives into footballers' lives because they're all human, right? If I knew that my new boss was sitting there watching me. And knowing that potentially if he's watching me, am I going to put a little bit extra in because I want to impress him? Potentially. I don't think it's one of these conscious things players will do, but I think unconsciously you'll be sitting there going, boss is sat in the stands. It's not like it's a nobody. It's Xabi Alonso, by the way, sat in the stands. I'm going to want to give a little bit extra. I think the Tottenham factor will have a little bit of spice to it. I think Chelsea fans will be right up for it and will be treating it almost like a final for them in the sense of we don't want to be the team that keeps Tottenham up. So I think it goes a little bit of both. But Look, I think for me, I think this is one of those. I'm not in your mind where I'm like, oh my gosh, it's awful. I think it can go either way. I think it sounds a bit sit on the fencey, but I stand. But I think it's going to be a draw today. I think it's a
I'll
draw.
take it. I'll
Yeah,
absolutely take it. I mean, if we let's just look at the Premier League table. It's so sad, by the way, that for the last 2 years, at no stage have we looked at the top half of the Premier League table. It's so sad. Actually, I'm not going to bring it up because I'll ruin my other screen. But the way it is at the moment, Tottenham, we need a point. We know we do. We know goal difference doesn't matter at all now unless West Ham win their last game about 14-0.
Well, if we lose 5-0 today, and then I mean, even that shouldn't be a problem. But I don't think I'm not cursing that one.
But what people have also got to understand, mate, is Chelsea. Everyone's talking as though Chelsea have got nothing to play for. Chelsea are fighting for Europe.
No, they've got
Chelsea are 3 points today. Now, again, this is going to be one of them mad math things. Chelsea today, depending on Bournemouth, if Bournemouth lose to City, Chelsea will be 3 points off Champions League, depending on Liverpool and Villa's results on the last day of the season, right? So if Villa, let me get this right. If Villa finish 5th,
yes.
Right? Now Villa have got, if I'm not wrong, Man City on the last day of the season at City, right? Is that right? Anyone in the chat? Okay.
Yeah.
So if Man City win tonight and they've got all to play for in the title, I can't see Man City slipping at home to Villa. I can't at all, right? Villa will have the Europa League on that will be the game. So then if Villa finish 5th, because Liverpool might win their last game of the season, Chelsea have still got an outside chance of Champions League. It's a very slim chance, right? Because they are then hoping that they are then hoping that Brighton don't pick up anything on the last day of the window of the season, as well as Bournemouth. But
and Brentford,
either way, Europa League, Conference League, they are still playing for European football, right?
Sure. Yeah. And look, I think I think Chelsea might be, because Chelsea plays Sunderland on the final day, by the way, which could almost be a playoff for a European spot, right?
Where Sunderland at Sunderland.
Yes, Sunderland final day, Stadium of Light final day. That's 9th and 10th. Either team wins that. But this is obviously, bear in mind, if Chelsea win tonight. If Chelsea don't win tonight, then it's, almost no chance of getting into Europe. But it's
how true is that?
I think it's Tottenham
at
the moment.
Chelsea fan I speak to, like, bearing in mind, my father-in-law is Chelsea. Right?
Yeah. My brother's a Chelsea.
Brother-in-laws are Chelsea, and in the family WhatsApp group, I'm like, guys, come on, you could just let us have what they're like. No, we want to see you boys relegate. Like, there's no love lost. So,
of course, no. I said this was the game I was dreading, by the way, months ago. I remember saying, me and you had this conversation. I was dreading this game because it had that feeling of, and let's be fair, if we didn't beat Villa, this could have been the game that relegated us, by the way. Do you know what I mean?
There were a lot of people. Yeah, look, Mr. So 1 win in 36 years at Chelsea. I mean, that's doing us well. And of course, we need Wolfie in here. Wolfie, feel free to join if you want, mate. So just worry about your team, not what Chelsea will do. Mate, do you know what? I do worry about my team. That's all I worry about is how bad my team is. Yes. And how sad is it, by the way, that you know, 6-7 games ago, you're expecting that we're still going to be talking about Forest and Leeds being in the mix for going down, and them 2 games ago going. Yeah,
it was mad. Right? I mean, the crazy thing with Leeds at the moment, Leeds could finish in the top half of the table.
I know. I know.
Like, depending on results. I mean, people going, oh, Leeds will be in the mixer. Mate, they can finish 10th by the end of the season. I don't think they will, but
they've won 4 of their last 6. I mean, what a time of the season to have your run, right? They've won 4 of their last 6. But I want to go back to something you said earlier, and it's something I wholeheartedly agree with. I think that what will keep us up if we stay up will be West Ham being utter toilet. rather than us. And I was having a conversation the other day with yesterday with Lawless, West Ham. And we were just having a normal conversation. You know when you have a normal conversation, it isn't a YouTube conversation. Let's send this link to Wolfie, by the way.
We love Wolfie.
You've got to have a bit of Wolfie in your life, right? And me and Lawless were saying that no matter how much banter you want to put on this between the two clubs, how embarrassing for both clubs that they are run this badly, that they both spent this much money, and they are both in a chance of being relegated with 2 games to go. So when you strip back the banter and the rivalry, I don't see this as a win. I don't see this as us being able to banter West Ham if they go down and we stay up. I see this as us going, thank God we're not going down.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, you look at West Ham's team, like they've not got anyone. You look at and go, God, decent squad. How they should be nowhere near this conversation. West Ham are the team where you look at and go, yeah, you should be knocking on the door for Europe. Bit like Bournemouth, the Bournemouths, the Brightons, the Brentfords in that field of conversation. The Fulhams. I was actually talking of Fulham. I was actually talking. Guy at work is a Fulham fan. I was just chatting to him. We just having a conversation. He goes, "Oh, what do you think about today?" And I went, "Look, I think West Ham will be the reason why we stay up. I don't think it's anything on us." I said, and I had I said, "I just want a Fulham season." And he went, "What do you mean by that?" And I went, "A season where no one talks about you every week.
Oh.
A season like nobody goes on. There's never breaking news. There's a massive chaos at Fulham." I said, "You guys will finish anywhere between 7th and 12th, right? No disrespect. You will finish around those levels of thing. You sign a couple of decent players, let a couple of players go on, but no one sits there and talks about Fulham." And I said, I really hope we stay up, and I hope we have a season like that where not every week Spurs have just sacked a director. Spurs' manager Mario go around. You've got the players revolting on Instagram and Twitter. Like, can we just have a season where it's normal, where we go? We won today.
You know what will happen. Listen, I agree with that. I think we need a boring year. And by boring, I don't mean the football to be boring. I mean a boring year in terms of oh my God, we should be fourth. Because you know what will happen if we stay up straight away. These fans that can't quite work out how bad we've been for a number of years will go, yeah, next year we should be looking at Champions League again. Now, if that happens, great. But next year, how about we have a year where we don't start talking about where we should finish? How about we have a year where we go, right, we need to clean out players, bring new players in, and we let the manager have a year to put an 11 together because we're playing once a week. But I know, my dogs who don't even know anything about football or speak, they know that the Spurs fans will just go straight into delusional mode of, we're back, De Zerbi's the best, suddenly these players are going to turn into world beaters. You know it's going to happen, right?
No, of course, 100%. I think we have this delusion of grandeur at the moment, and I just want us to just be normal about it. Just be sensible. And I agree with you on the fans. I just think with Tottenham in general, right? I want to be in a position where big up Wolfie, my man.
Big up, boys.
I want a season where the same directors, and whether or not the ones I like or don't like, there's a stability that not next year that we're now sacking another director. Like, do you know what I mean? Get the people you want.
You guys talking about next season already?
No, we're saying if we manage to stay up by hook or crook, Percy was saying we want a year like a Fulham. You know what I mean? Where there's nothing in the news about us because we've sacked a manager after
Crystal Palace here. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah,
12 for uneventful.
Non-eventful. We finish anywhere between 7th and 12th. I don't really care. Just a stable season where you go, okay.
Nah, your fan base won't go for that, man. I've been hearing Spurs fans telling me if we survive, we're in the top 4 race next year because
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I just want us to be normal. Like, just be a little bit humble, be a little bit normal, and just go, do you know what? We've got rid of 8 players now because you're not good enough. We've brought in 5 or 6. Now, let those 5 or 6 gel next season. And then in the January, you go, another 2 go, another 2 come in, and just act like a normal football club and not this pantomime circus that we are every year.
Well, let me ask Wolfie, look, first of all, I will say it, fair play to your boys. Yeah, whatever banter, fair play, because you boys, let's be fair, 7, 8, 9 games ago, everyone's going, right, well, Forest are still in it. And you guys did brilliantly. Vitor Pereira did a great job, in my opinion. Let me ask you this. That's as nice as I'm going to get, Wolfie. Let me ask you this. Do you see still, with 2 games to go, do you see a world in which West Ham can overtake Tottenham?
Yeah, I do.
You do? You do? Talk me through it.
You lose.
Is it just that Spurs lose both games?
Yeah.
I mean, that is the only scenario, right? That is the only scenario.
That's the only scenario.
Spurs
unless
games,
you get battered. Unless you get battered in both games and they...
I mean...
that still wouldn't make a difference. It can't go down to goal difference, can it?
13 goals. You're basically saying...
I don't know, if you draw tonight and then get battered by Everton...
No, if we draw tonight, we're safe.
More basic. I mean, you're not going to do a 13-goal swing. It's just not going to happen.
5-0, they win 6-0. You never know.
That's 11. Yeah, we'd still stay up. We'd still stay up from that.
I'll tell you what, Wolfie.
No, I think the only scenario
I'll take
is...
my chances on Everton not beating us 5 or 6-0. I'll take my chances.
I think the only West Ham scoring 7
that
goals.
You lose both games. Can I see you losing both games? Yes. But can I see West Ham winning? I'm not sure.
Agreed.
I'm not sure. It's turmoil there. Lawless is losing his head at the moment.
I spoke to him yesterday. Do you know what I find quite interesting is how West Ham applied in the second half against Newcastle. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first half. Like, I'm glad they didn't from a Spurs fan point of view, but I thought they looked quite dangerous in the second half. I thought once they brought Tatty on and started really running at Newcastle, I thought they were dangerous, but the back 3, I didn't understand that in any way.
That's Nuno's weakness, bro. That's Nuno's weakness. He goes into these games still thinking away from home, keep clean sheet, and then let's nick one. And the back 3 didn't work. I saw a stat that every time Nuno's played a back 3 with West Ham, they haven't won. So he decided to go with it. Yeah. So I don't know why he chose then to do it. I think he was right to start Wilson, but I don't think he should have isolated him. Like, he should have had that Tatty guy on with him. As well.
Yeah, because I think Tatty's made a difference to West Ham.
Yeah, Bowen's been crap, man.
But do you know what it is for West Ham? I've got a few mates at West Ham fans, and I was chatting to him the other day, and I said they made a good point. They hit form at the wrong time, too early. Yeah, they were like, we've almost won our games too early, and then it petered out. Like, they almost said, like, Spurs have kind of just done it at the right time, winning those back-to-back games, being crap for months, but to win those games back-to-back, and it was them losing to Brentford and us beating Villa was the big swing, wasn't it? That was the big 3-point swing. And because there hadn't been a big swing like that. I think they'd drawn and then we'd beaten Wolves. But yeah, they kind of said to me, like, we just hit form too early. They had that run of games where they went undefeated in 4 or 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah, but if they didn't, they would have been down with Wolves and Burnley. They were so far, but remember the gap was that was miles. I think 13 to you at one stage.
I saw a stat. Wasn't it the turn? Was it as the January window was shutting, they were something like 12 or 11 behind or something. It was something like that.
And that's what stopped you lot spending money, because you thought you were way clear of them.
Yeah,
crazy, isn't it?
And the incompetence of our owners in every way, shape, or form. But Wolfie, do you see? I mean, Chelsea haven't got João Pedro tonight, which is I think is a plus.
Are they playing Rory de Crap? I haven't seen the teams yet.
Rory, Liam Delap's up front.
Liam Delap is up front.
Yeah, so crap even
there. Their team is. Bear with me 1 second. Hold the line. Their team is this. It is Sanchez in goal, Fofana, Achampong, Hato, and Cucurella, Santos and Caicedo, Palmer, Fernandez, Neto, Delap. So some good, some indifferent, I would say, from that.
Well, you got with? Sorry, I haven't seen either team. What's your team?
Spurs are the same as last week. For Kinski, Porro, Danso, Van de Ven, Adogi, Bentancur and Paulinho, and then Mawani, Gallagher, Tell, and Richie.
I'm liking this Gallagher in the 10, by the way. I think it's working.
I like it from a pressing perspective. But we just don't create. We've got not his fault. That's not his game. But we just don't create. That front three for me is the worst front three in the league.
Yeah, but I think that's his strongest position. That's the position he was doing at Palace when he went out on loan to him.
Yeah, listen, I've got no problem with him being there, but the problem is when he was playing at other clubs in that position, he had creative players around him that but Mawani, Richie, and Tell, I think is the weakest front three in the Premier League, and I'm including Burnley's.
Mawani
I take Zian Fleming over Richarlison every day of the week. I don't care. Richarlison's awful, but do you know what? One thing I want to give to Zerbi his flowers and a bit of credit that he didn't do what I thought was going to happen in him go and play Vicario over Kinski. I expect Kinski now to play for the rest of the season, this game and the last game, no matter what. And you know what? Credit there, because it could have easily just done what all the others do. The second the main man comes back, the main number one, you drop him. I think Kinski's earned his place to be in the team. And here's the other thing: if it is true that the talks is that Vicario is in talks with all these other clubs, why would you? Wouldn't add up to me. But so I will say credit to the manager for not changing the 11. We're winning games with this 11. Don't change it, right? We're not losing with this 11 at the moment.
I think you guys doing a bit too much. I think this is going to be fascinating tonight. I agree. Our B team beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, right? There's nothing to write home about. But with this whole Xavi Alonso thing going on, will they start to turn up? We'll have to see. I don't know, boys. I don't know. I thought you were lucky against Leeds to hold out. I thought you didn't play bad.
I didn't think we. I think what I would say Spurs at the moment, I think we huff and we puff. I think the work rate is 100% there. The fight is there. All of the buzzwords are there. But the one thing, it's the creativity and the quality. It's just not there. And I never thought we were going to really score past Leeds from open play. Do you know what I mean? I never thought we looked dangerous. I can't remember their keeper having. You don't need to be dangerous at this stage. Like the buzzwords that you said are the key buzzwords you've needed, and you've shown it. And to be honest, West Ham haven't over the last couple of weeks. West Ham against Newcastle, I thought they were playing a pre-season game. The way they turned up at that game, so lazy and snail paced. You guys, I hate to say it, have actually looked like you're fighting for the badge a bit. We absolutely are. It's just the one thing we've not got is quality. The fight's there.
Nor of West Ham, man. Nor of West Ham. Like West Ham, their quality is Bowen, who's out of form. Fernandez, but he's playing alongside Souček, he's basically having to cover for him as well. I think your team's better than theirs. I thought they would have showed more fight than you. Yeah, I've been surprised to see how much fight you've shown. I think tonight's the real test. Like, this is your bogey ground. Are you going to go out there and fight against a Chelsea team that could probably still get European? Where are they in the table? 9th or something? 10th?
They can still mathematically, they can still get Champions League. It's a long shot, but they can easily get Europa League or Conference League.
I don't know, man. I think if you turn up to this game and do what Forest did against them, go quick out the blocks, just go for it off the bat, you're fine. You've almost got a buffer. Like you don't need to win the game. How do I explain this? If you go 1-0 down, getting a goal is the same as getting a win. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're 1-0 down and the game ends up 1-1, it's no real difference to you finishing 1-0. You just need the point because of the goal difference. So you might as well just go.
It's a dangerous place to be needing a point, isn't it? Because it's always that, do you go, do you stay? So like when people say just shut up shop, shutting up shop for 90 minutes is a very, very dangerous strategy. Oh my God. Evan Nilsson, I hope for his sake he's offside because he has just missed.
Hang on, guys. Channel. My God.
Hang on. I tell you what, I'm hoping for his sake. I think he's... have a look at that. If he's not offside, that is a terrible. I think he's off, but never mind. So if I had to press you for a score prediction, what you going for, Wolfie?
I think you lose, bro, but I don't think it'll be a tonking or anything like that. I think it'll just be 1-0, 2-1, something like that. It's just, the thing is, I don't want Chelsea in Europe. I do. I stand corrected. I want them in the Conference League again. I think that'd be hilarious if they could somehow end up in the Conference League.
Who are the Chelsea creators you normally work with?
Charlie,
Lewis,
yeah.
Okay, Charlie.
Don. Okay. Yeah, Charlie's been running his mouth all season about trophies. And he's collected as many as me and you have this season, mate. So
yeah. Oh, mate, you got to love. Listen, I think tonight has got two teams that don't really have a lot up front. However, what I do think that Chelsea have, if he turns up, is a Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer's not been in form. I just got this feeling he's going to have one of them games tonight. You know, one of them games where you go, bloody hell, he's good.
I honestly, I thought that the same when we played them. He didn't turn up, mate. He didn't turn up. I don't think he should even be going to the World Cup. I'll be honest with you. Him and Foden's forms been so bad. I think the likes of Gibbs White and others should be ahead of them. The form's been absolutely atrocious. So I wouldn't worry about Foden.
Rodgers, Eze. So you've got Morgan, Gibbs White, Eze, Bellingham, Rodgers. There's a lot of options, isn't there?
And he may have to put in a performance today to justify him being picked, because I think he will get picked. It's just the way some names work. But yeah, mate, I don't think there's too much in that Chelsea team to worry about. Like, you'll do well just to get off that pitch without Caicedo breaking someone's legs, man, because that guy, he's gone as well. He was rubbish against Forest. I just
where they're good, where Chelsea are good though, Wolfie, where I do rate them is the Caicedo, Fernandes, Palmer trio is a very strong trio. That's a very strong trio. But I'll tell you what worries me more than anything, and I'm really glad that they've come away from the three at the back. I thought they've looked decent with three at the back, and Cucurella as a left-sided wing back would worry the life out of me against Pedro Porro. Would worry the life out of me against him.
Yeah.
Spanish teammates, but he'll know that Porro can't defend.
Probably end up pulling his hair as well, mate.
Yeah.
That's like the old thing to do, yeah. I'm not even convinced you lose, bro. I'm not even convinced you lose. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sick of hearing Spurs fans talking about what Chelsea again. I'm not talking about you boys. What Chelsea are going to do. This is what it means for Chelsea. And if Chelsea do this somersault this way, and then they got out of bed on the left side of it, and then they get this point, it will work out nicely for us. If they've lost the final, so they're depressed. They won the final. They're going to be drunk. It's like, man, just
I love the
gymnastics, isn't it?
The mental gymnastics is brilliant.
Oh, do you know one of my pet hates in football? And I think you know this, Percy. One of my pet hates is when people start going, well, they won't play well because they've got nothing to play for, or they're going to have their eyes on this cup. It very rarely works like that, does it? It very, otherwise, like if you look at the last day of the season in the Championship, look how many teams that were playing for something played against teams that had nothing to play for and didn't get results.
Oh, did you see Middlesbrough? Southampton got kicked out.
Yeah. You've got to feel for the players and the fans, right? You've got to, like,
poor Mike.
I've got a mate that had his ticket. By the way, he's a Southampton fan.
Oh, they would have got their tickets and everything.
He had his ticket. He was ready to go. I don't want to quote him, but I think he had his hotel booked, and like they were expecting to have a bit of a party up in London, like.
Do you know the team that's laughing at that, by the way, is Hull. If you're Hull right now, you're watching all this going on and going, this is great.
Or is it the opposite? Because they've got to go, shit, we've been training to play against Southampton.
Yeah, true.
So we've got to completely change the way that we're setting our because they play a different system to Southampton. So I think it's an absolute calamity of the way it's because, and what's equally, if Southampton appeal, can they even play the match?
Well, they got appealed by tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
but
think
if
their
they
deadline's
appeal
tomorrow.
for example, but my point is nobody wins in this situation, by the way, nobody, because they appeal, let's just say it goes further, whole city is sitting there going, well, hang on a minute, I don't know who we're playing at the moment. We've done nothing wrong in this conversation. Same with Borough to an extent. I just think it's, and I think Savva makes a good point. The players don't deserve this, and neither do the fans. They weren't. The fans aren't to blame, and the players aren't to blame. But I just think it's what happens now. Like I think of all of this I think of the things that no one else thinks. I go, think of those poor people at Wembley now that have now got to go and print Middlesbrough versus Hull tickets and start issuing them out. Like they just.
And mate, you think about it, right? The players haven't done anything wrong. Those players have just gone 46 grueling championship games up and down the country, right? Then you add the 2 games in the playoffs. So they've played 48 games. And then someone's had to go into them today and go, yeah, sorry about that complete waste of a season, guys.
But what about this thought? What if some of the old boys, the old Southampton boys, right, who still listen on their radio and stuff? They got their tickets already. They rock up to Wembley. Hang on a minute, man.
People would have train tickets, hotels.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Like shirts with Wembley.
Yeah. Oh no, playoff. Oh no,
26 on it.
There will be, by the way, if Middlesbrough play in that final, because it's on. I'm right to say it's Saturday, isn't it?
This Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think it is.
It's the day. It's the day before the last game of the football season.
Hang on, hold the line, caller.
Because we play on the Sunday on the.
I love this, right? My app. Have a look at this, right? Have a look at this app. The app has given playoff final. Hull versus Southampton. Hull versus Middlesbrough. Look.
23rd of May. Yeah, it's 23rd of May.
Yes, it's a day.
So they're going to appeal on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Get a decision Thursday, and then Middlesbrough get a phone call on Friday going, lads, you're up.
What happens if they win their appeal? I would assume that Middlesbrough get to appeal the
counter appeal.
Yeah.
When does it end?
For all of the Southampton fans you feel sorry for, you think there's now thousands of Middlesbrough fans going, hang on, is this happening? And you just know if Middlesbrough get to the final, they're going to win it. You just 100%.
Know you might as well just put your money on Borough winning it now. Like, but
or
that
should they do that?
The most satisfying way. That's
or
the most
should they do that?
Way to go up.
That would
just go right. Borough can't do it. It's not fair. They've had no time. Southampton cheated. Right, go on, Hull. Up you go.
Well, technically, should Borough be in the final?
My question is why Borough? Why Borough and not Millwall?
No, not even that. Not even that. If Southampton are being knocked out, let me have a look at the table. So Wrexham finished 7th. Surely Wrexham should be appealing their position as well there.
Wrexham should play Middlesbrough over 2 games, and then the winner plays.
You probably got the Wrexham boys out on the beach somewhere. They get a call from
we can get back in. We can be getting out.
Deadpool, come back in.
I think.
Do you know what? That's not a bad call, is it? That's not a bad call. Say, all right.
Yeah.
All right, Borough, you've got another chance. Southampton, you've got another chance, right?
What replace
You're going to play each other Wednesday night next week, and then the winner plays Saturday in the cup final.
Or if Wembley was smart, do you know what they do? They do 2 games on Saturday. They go Southampton versus Middlesbrough. You're playing. And then in 3 hours later, the winner of that game plays Hull City. There we go. That solves it. Wembley cash in. They get 2 sets of ticket sales.
Yeah. And so you're saying one team gets to play another team that have just had 90 minutes in their leg.
Hey, it's not Hull's fault. It's not Hull's fault.
I completely agree. Listen, I think
everyone in the chat should put in their funny results on how they should solve it.
Let us know in the chat what should
How about this? How
God.
about they just say, you know what, this has been a whole mess. No one goes up through the playoffs. Only 2 teams get relegated from the Premier League.
Hey, that saves it. That saves tonight. I'm all for that. How about, yeah, you're right. I think this year, playoff has been cancelled. Only 2 up, 2 down. Spurs and West Ham stay up. That works for me.
That could work, yeah.
Oh,
I
this
don't
is
know. I still think Hull will go up. I'm looking forward to 6 seasons.
Do you know what? Oh, a mate of mine at work, he's a Millwall one. He couldn't believe how bad they were in that second leg. He said he was excited. They were like, do you know what? We went to Hull, we got a draw. And I thought, do you know what? We take him to the Den and we'll beat him. But I looked at because they were. I think I had an Acca at the time, and I was like, hang on, wait, Hull 2-0 up. What are we doing here? Like, I expect it had. I think Millwall must have been like, how on earth? He couldn't believe it. He was like,
my old boss is Millwall diehard. He's 60 odd and he's been there, man and boy. I spoke to him after, and he was like, "We just didn't turn up." He goes, "We didn't turn up. I couldn't
believe what I was watching.
By the way, why are we talking about championship football?
I have no idea. It's not like Spurs can stay up if we get.
I'm not helping you next season with championship content, so I'm just saying. I've been out of the game there for about 4 years now, right? I'm not up to date with two in the league and stuff.
Do you know what? On a serious note, all banter aside, it is truly, truly unthinkable and embarrassing that a club as rich as Spurs, that has spent as much as Spurs, are literally sitting here with 180 minutes of the Premier League season to go with a chance of getting relegated. Like if you remove the banter from it, it's absolutely crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but what it does tell you is how football has changed. I'd say since pretty much the year Forest came up, that the smaller clubs or the less revenue earning clubs are now cash rich in comparison with the other leagues. So you can get a Brentford go in and taking someone from Syria because they will pay them more than what Juventus can pay or whatever.
They spent like 50 odd million for Utara, if I'm right in saying, from Bournemouth, right? And I think Wolfie makes a really good point. I think these look like, say, little clubs. That's disrespectful. I don't mean it in that way, but like the Bournemouth,
low revenue,
Brightons, and the Brentfords. Those I put those three in the Fulhams. You could probably all put in that sort of bulk category. But this is the fruits of sensible signings over a longer period of time. Savva, we talk about this all the time about sensible signings, but now we're looking at these teams that are now qualifying for Europe because over 5 or 6 years they've just bought well. Like you never look at
look in January. Look in January, right? Our director of football came out on the 2nd of Feb, 3rd of Feb. There was nothing available in January better than what we've got. Now, bearing in mind, we're starting Mawani and Tell out wide. They've gone and bought Rayan, who, if I'm not wrong, was announced today in the Brazil squad.
He's in the Brazil squad today.
Right. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, oh my God, Spurs should have bought Rayan. But what it does show you is scouting. Like, when they're saying no one's available, but who are you having, Rayan or Mawani and Tell?
No, exactly.
Like, it's a no-brainer, right? Like, how are they doing that? And we're sitting here buying Matisse Tells.
It's because certain clubs have changed the conveyor belt. So what used to happen was all these South American players, they would go to Portugal first. If they had a half good season there, Porto would snap them up, or Benfica. If they then continue there, then they start to get snapped up by one of the more major European leagues. What the likes of Brighton did, even Forest to an extent, was like, okay, let's cut out this Portuguese leg of the system and we'll just go straight to source and pull the players out from there. I mean, we found Marilla there, Danilo now's in the World Cup squad. There's loads of these South American players that they're just skipping to it. Now the next step is the multi-club ownership. Is that it's going to be, let's get all these players into our ecosystem, and then put them through the conveyor belt, which is what we're doing as well.
That's what Brighton do really well, because the owner owns Union Saint-Gilloise in Belgium. So he ends up just they go and find these young talented players out in Europe, get them in, let them go to I'm going to call them USG. I don't want to keep repeating how long the name is, but drop them over there on loan for a couple of years, because that's where Matoma went out on loan there a year. A few others went out on loan. And like my point is you're right, the multi-club ownership, but they just, as I said, they do it right. And
Are you not in
Chelsea,
a multi? You're not in a multi club, are
no.
you?
But the thing is it for me at the moment, my issue isn't about multi-club ownerships, and I don't.
Well,
not necessarily
Enoch are bad enough owning one football club.
Yeah.
Imagine they were ruining
wanna-
other football clubs across the world as well as Tottenham. I mean, like,
the-
I wouldn't push that on anyone.
By the way, you can tell Savva's a working man now. The beard isn't as sharpened up as it used to be every Friday. The hair's a little longer.
I know.
What happened to every Friday, man? Like,
I know, and I'm a lot calmer and less worried. Like, I just don't care anymore. Like, I haven't done a watch along for ages. I haven't done a watch along.
Have you missed it?
No. To be honest, no, I haven't, because I mean, so far, do you know what? The last couple of streams I've done one the other day and tonight, there's no trolls so far. I assume the moment Spurs score, I'll have trolls that go, I told you whoever scored, insert player name is amazing. But no, I don't miss it at all. What you realize, Wolfie, when you stop doing it, right, is you realize just how many idiots say things in chat rooms. And I don't have that anymore in my life. It's been lovely. It's been absolutely lovely. Just saying. I know you love it. But
oh, he does it? You know,
somewhat of a celebrity.
Me, I don't know what I love anymore. I know I'd love this season to end. That's what I would love.
I can agree on that.
You're telling us.
I've had enough. Big up 1865 in the chat. Obviously, we're Chelsea today. But yeah, I just want the season over, man.
Yeah,
what does your brother say?
He checked out about January time.
God, he lasted that long.
You know what? He's got a little semi-delegation in him at the moment.
Yeah.
A little bit of the if we go down, we don't go down, I don't care kind of thing. It's like,
Wolfie, look, I mean, I've never ever listen. I love football, and every summer I say, "Oh, I hate the preseason. I hate the summer. Where's the football? I'm missing it." This is the first year I think in ages where I've gone, "Please, can we please end this now? Because it's just bad." Like what I'm seeing is in the last month or so, Spurs fans, it's the copium. Like people going, De Zerbi's pulled off a miracle. We beat bottom of the table Wolves and an Aston Villa team that was changed because they were playing. Like, I don't call that a miracle. Yeah. We still lost to Sunderland, couldn't beat Leeds, couldn't beat Brighton. We'll see what happens tonight. So, I
know what you're saying, man. It's like, but we are very cyclical in our football. I can tell you now how I'm going to react to the World Cup, for example. Before it starts, I'm going to be like, you know what? Just had a couple of weeks off football. I'm ready for the World Cup. I'm going to watch every game. And then I'm going to tune in and it's going to be like Azerbaijan against Jordan. I'm going to be like, I just can't they just get past the group stages, man? We can see some proper teams and all this stuff. When it gets to the group stages, there's no match on today. It's every other day, man. I wish it was still the group stages where it's 5 a day, yeah. So
I'm expecting a Uzbekistan versus Democratic Republic of Congo stream out of Wolfie, by the way.
Did you see?
I want to see the stream. That is the stream of goats.
2 a.m. Yeah, that's definitely
ridiculous.
Did you see the person who put a 30 grand bet on Morocco not to win the World Cup for a 6 grand return? Or is it 300? Sorry, is it 300 grand? Yeah, that was it. 300 grand bet for Morocco not to win the World Cup for a 6 grand return.
You just know. You just have a. I might have to start putting money on Morocco. That if you're tempting fate like that, that's mental.
Just
Could
quickly,
you imagine?
Something's just been sent to me. It said, it says an early omen. It says, you're not going to believe this. The district line, the underground line that runs closest to Stamford Bridge and will bring thousands of fans of both Chelsea and Tottenham to the game tonight, is suffering delays owing to a points failure at West Ham Station.
Nah, shut up. Is that true?
You can get the circle line.
Hang on.
I kid you not. I kid you not. It says an alert on the official tube app: points failure at West Ham. Like,
I mean,
over to it.
mine comes up saying that it's all good service. I'm just saying, who's sending this? I mean,
mate,
that would
listen,
be
I
quite
don't
funny.
know. Just take it for what it is. It's meant to be funny. Who cares? Who cares?
VAR in it. Facts.
Yeah.
You can walk. I guess
what's
you can
going?
walk
He's
from
saying he's got a feeling that Man City are gonna. Oh yeah, Arsenal can win the title tonight, can't they?
Yeah.
You know what? If Arsenal win the title tonight, that kind of sums up this season. Is that the most boring way to win the title? I'd rather Arsenal just won it on the last day.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's go get the parade up.
No one said that 10 years ago, did they? In this corresponding fixture.
Yeah. Well,
everyone was going overjoyed about that when Eden Hazard equalised.
Oh, that was when did Leicester win the league that night?
10 years ago. If anyone's
they were all in like Vardy's house or something.
Yeah. If anyone's watched the Vardy documentary on Netflix, honestly, it's a really good watch.
Yeah, I've got that ready to. Sorry, Danny is right. He's in the London Mayor saying London needs West Ham to stay up over Spurs, or taxpayers will be paying for West Ham's ground.
That's amazing.
What's gone on in the world? Oh, what's gone on in the world?
Yeah.
I mean, look. There's 9 minutes till kickoff. Someone said to me today, "You nervous?" Like someone at work, and I said, "Not really, because I'm not expecting anything." And I think that's the difference, right? I've supported Spurs for so long. I cannot remember growing up beating Chelsea at Chelsea. I remember beating them with Dele Alli and Ericsson both scored, if I'm not wrong. I think it was 2-1, maybe.
Yeah, we won in the cup. We won in the cup in a similar era as well.
I'm talking league. I'm talking league games. We've won one in the Premier League era, right?
Is that it? What, the one in 2018?
Isn't it 22 defeats, 11 draws, and 1 win?
Yeah, we've only won once in the Premier League era at Stamford Bridge.
But they're not winning at Stamford Bridge right now, are they? They haven't won since, was it January?
They won in 6 or 7 league games.
Oh God!
Should I tell you when the last time Chelsea won at home?
I can see Savva's thoughts. He's thinking Dr. Spurs.
I'm thinking Dr. Tottenham as all I think of. Yeah.
Chelsea were last won in the league against West Ham, and they beat them 3-2 on the.
No, it was Aston Villa. Oh, at Stamford Bridge.
At Stamford Bridge in the league, and it was the 31st of Jan was the last time they won in the league. Yeah, they beat. When
you're saying we used to do them regularly, we're going back to. You do realise, so Abramovich came in what, 01, 02?
Mm-hmm.
You do realise the Premier League started in 92, 93, so we didn't win for the first 10 years at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League either. So,
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought was your last one in 2018 then?
I think 2018 was the league game, right? With Ali and Ericsson. I remember that game, yeah.
So that one was your only win in the Premier League era?
At Stamford Bridge, yeah.
Wow.
But there was a period as well where didn't they call it 3-point lane? Like they literally came to White Hart Lane every week and beat us as well.
Yeah, I know that feeling as well.
But look, records are made to be broken. If I'm going to put my
if this gives you any hope, Forest didn't win at Anfield for 43 or 44 years. And now
if it gives you any hope, Bournemouth are 1-0 up with Perchie's boy Krupi.
Oh, my Junior Krupi. What a player.
Bournemouth 1, Man City at the moment. Arsenal are winning the Premier League.
As it stands.
I've just done your stats on Tottenham at Stamford Bridge.
Go on.
Tottenham have won twice since 1990.
Oh,
that was we beat them 2-1 in.
Were
February
you alive in 1990?
Nope.
Same.
I was born in 92.
Oh, Wolfie, shut up. You always say this. I don't believe you at all.
Yeah, so we beat them 3-1 on the 1st of April 2018, and then we beat them 2-1 on the 11th of February 1990. Let that sink in.
That's crazy, man. I will let you guys get ready. You 8:15.
Yeah. Right, fit.
Good luck.
15, and at the moment, you could just see Chelsea winning and Arsenal winning the league all in the same night. It's just, oh gosh, Why Spurs? Why Spurs? Anyway, Wolfie, much love. I'm sure we'll see you soon. And
Catch up soon, mate.
take
Yeah,
care,
good
mate.
to catch up to
Bye-bye.
you both. I'll see you boys later. Good luck.
Ciao.
See you later.
Kind of.
Bye-bye. Big up to Philly inside the house. Bournemouth in again. I'll tell you what, Croupy. Now, when our fans go all giddy over Gray, Bergval, Tell, Odeber, Bournemouth have got Rayan and Croupy. Right?
Yeah.
That's the difference between scouting good players and then using the excuse, oh, but they're young. Isn't
Also,
that his
just-
13th goal of the season?
Oh,
in the league?
yeah, I know that Croupy is the player that, like, there's a reason why Barcelona are now, like, heavily linked to getting him in, like, and paying the stupid money. But do you know what this does, though? This secures Bournemouth at least in the Europa League for next season, by the way, if they win this. They'll guarantee at least.
As it stands, Bournemouth are in sixth. As it stands, they're 5 points clear of seventh. So if Villa lose to City and Liverpool win their game, AFC Bournemouth will be in the Champions League as it stands.
Liverpool play Brentford at home on the final day.
I fancy Liverpool to beat Brentford at home. Brentford have fallen off a cliff, mate. If anyone actually looks at their second half of the season, Brentford are nowhere near last year's points total, and they're not winning games.
Yeah, I mean, in the league, they've. I mean, yeah, what they have done is they've just not lost, but they haven't won many games. Like, they beat West Ham, beat Burnley, beat Newcastle, beat Villa, and then the rest of them have been a load of draws. But yeah, but it's a weird one because Brentford is a weird one. Brentford almost have to get a result at Liverpool to get Europe next season because one of Southampton, Sunderland or Chelsea will go above them because they play each other. Brighton almost have locked into Europe as well, which is mad. But I mean, who would have had Bournemouth? By the way?
You've got to remember now what all this does. If Bournemouth win, Liverpool have to win to guarantee Champions League. If Liverpool don't win, and Bournemouth win their last game of the season, and this is all as it stands,
they play Forest as well.
Liverpool will not be in the Champions League next season. So this is a huge result. But we're going to be going live soon, aren't we? We're going to be going live.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off in a couple of minutes because we're going to be about to kick off. And what I will say, though, what a job Iriola has done at Bournemouth, by the way. Like, I know he's leaving. And do you know what? And I said this to you at the time. Fair play, by the way, to Bournemouth. Knew Iriola was going. No pissing about in July trying to get a manager. Marco Rose, you're the manager. Sorted. Bournemouth fans don't need to worry about who their manager will be next season because they've already got it sorted. Like, that is how you do it, right?
Mate, listen, they're not idiots, are they, Bournemouth?
No.
But listen, I'm going to boot you off. Much love. Thank you very much for coming on. And
come on, you Spurs. I'm going 1-1.
Let's see what happens.
I'm going 1-1.
Okay. I think Chelsea are going to beat us 2-1, but I hope I'm wrong.
Ciao. And everyone in the chat, hit the like button and do that fun stuff. Ciao.
See you, mate. Thank you. Right, guys, last chance to get your predictions in. Tottenham away at Chelsea. As it stands, Arsenal are champions of England. As it stands, West Ham are relegated. That's as it stands. And as it stands, Bournemouth could be going into the Champions League. So it's all to play for. Lots going on. And it's going to be Chelsea versus Tottenham. I think that Chelsea are going to nick this. I hope I am wrong. I hope I am very, very, very wrong. But hopefully Tottenham can do something tonight. I've got no doubt we're going to work hard. I've got no doubt we'll be in the game. But Chelsea like playing Tottenham. The game's going to be off and underway very, very shortly. McFarlane is shaking hands with Roberto De Zerbi and his backroom staff. There's Sosa on the bench. RQ Gray's on the bench sitting next to Bergval. Yeah, I think we're toothless up front. It's whether or not Chelsea are. They've got Liam Delap, who I don't rate. And as I said earlier, You know what that normally means. You know what that normally means. But we are about to get off and underway. I haven't done one of these for ages. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Peter Drury and Jamie Carragher apparently are the commentators. I wouldn't know because I'm here with the sound off. But what have Tottenham got? Can Tottenham preserve their Premier League status, confirming it tonight? Or are we going to go to the last day of the season? We're off and underway. We're off and underway as the ball goes in straight into Porro, who launches it forward. Tell tries to take on his man, does, and then a poor cross straight into the arms of Sanchez in goal for Chelsea. So Spurs kicking from left to right in the yellow and Chelsea kicking from right to left in the blue and white socks. Good evening to each and every one of you. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Paulinho, here's Conor Gallagher. Turns, gives the ball into Destiny Udogie. I am glad that Pedro is not playing. I will say that. I am glad that João Pedro is not playing. Bentancur turns, lays the ball into Mawani, who sold Porro short, but the ball's bounced back into Mawani. Mawani crosses the ball, but it's a really poor cross. Again, straight into Sanchez. So 2 early crosses, both very, very poor. So Chelsea now trying to play out from the back. Dangerously, Spurs are going to press, but they've actually done really well to get out there, Chelsea. Then the ball goes into Cole Palmer. Let's hope he has a quiet night. Worries me, though. He's such a good footballer. Turns. Good turn by Cole Palmer. Turns again. Lays a good ball into Enzo Fernandez, who's got Cucurella on the left. Cucurella whips a ball in. It's hit Pedro Porro and goes out for a throw to Chelsea on the left-hand side. Here is Hato. He goes inside to Fofana. Now to Achimpong. Back in to Fofana. So Chelsea do kind of mix and match their back four and back five a lot, don't they? But here is Enzo Fernandez. He worries me. We know that he scores goals. We know what he's capable of. To Cucurella. Back to Enzo. Into Caicedo. Now Andre Santos. Chelsea now just settled down and have got the football. Here is Neto. First chance to run at Udogie. What's Udogie got? Neto cuts inside to Palmer, but instead it goes to Santos. Now back to Neto. Neto, step over, whips the ball in, headed clear by Mickey van der Ven. And then Kolo Muani trying to run. He's still got the ball. And he lays it off. He did okay there, Muani. And the ball now laid off to Pedro Porro on the right-hand side. He goes back into Moises Caicedo. But Bentancur retrieves the ball, knocks it back to Kinski. Kinski dinks it out wide. Paulinho couldn't control it. And it's out for a throw into Chelsea. They've taken it quickly. But Spurs win it back via Paulinho. Here's Mickey van der Ven. Plays it out to Udogie. Nothing really happening at the moment, guys. Nothing really happening for any. Let me know how many of you are relying on me, and then I'll know how much I need to actually talk through the game. Here's Pedro Porro. Gets past his man. Plays a through ball, but it's poor. And I'll tell you what, we've got a corner there. I'll tell you what, nearly a big mistake by Hato. It was a poor ball by Porro, but Hato stuck his leg out, deflected it wide, and Tottenham have a corner kick. So Porro, it was a poor ball. I don't know what Hato was doing, but we have got a corner, a chance early on. So a corner kick to Spurs. We're the second best team from scoring from set pieces this year. Can we get another one now? It would really, really help. Pedro Porro is going to whip this in. He doesn't. He goes short instead to Gallagher. He goes back to Porro, back to Gallagher. Gallagher now back to Porro. I feel like Spurs have massively wasted that chance at the moment. Massively wasted that corner kick. And here's Neto. And Chelsea can then, in the end, clear it. And they've got a bit of space. I think Van der Ven should get there, but Acheampong's gone past him. And then Mickey Van der Ven does really well to get back at him. But what a waste of a corner there. Real waste of a corner from Tottenham. Whip it in. Whip it in, lads. Anyway, here's Rodrigo Bentancur. Pedro Porro's put his foot on the ball. I think someone, I don't know what he's doing, he's just slowing the game down, or if someone's injured. No, he's slowing the game down. Now here's Danso, cross to Mickey Van der Ven. And then Kinski launches it long. And then the header was won by Fofana, but only into the path of Tell. Tell now, so poor from Matisse Tell. And then Spurs give the ball away. And then a free kick given away by the foul by Paulinho on Cole Palmer. So poor from Matisse Tell. He had time, just lay the ball off. Just lay the ball off. He didn't. And then Paulinho just caught the ankle of Cole Palmer in a free kick to Chelsea. So now the ball to Cucurella. Cucurella goes back into Hato. Now into Acheampong. And Chelsea win the ball back there. Yeah, the ball just doesn't stick. When it goes to Tell, Richie and Mawani, it just doesn't stick. There's a clever ball into Palmer. Palmer turns. Paulinho's putting pressure on him, but Palmer gets the ball to Santos. Back to Enzo. Now back to Santos. And then Enzo tries to play a through ball, cut out by Spurs. And here's Mawani, gives the ball away. He's so bad, Mawani. Now Cole Palmer with a little bit of space. Turns. Jinks one way. Gives it to Enzo. Out wide to Cucurella, puts the ball in. And Porro defects it wide for either a corner or a throw-in. I think it's a throw-in. But we've got to make the ball stick up front. And at the moment, Tell, not so much Richie, he hasn't had the ball, but Tell and Mawani can't make the ball stick. They keep giving it away. And then Pedro Porro gets his foot in and another throw in a dangerous area for Chelsea opposite the 6-yard box. Oh, I think it might have been offside, maybe. Sorry, I must have missed that. Yeah, it looks... Sorry, it might have been an offside because Spurs... Or a free kick. Spurs have got a free kick. It's not a throw-in. It's Chelsea. Ball launched forward by Kinski. Flicked on by Richarlison, but headed easily clear by, I think that was by Fofana. There's a throw down the line. Delap beaten to the ball. Really good defending by Danso. And then Enzo Fernandez closes down Pedro Porro, and it's a throw-in. Nothing really happened here in terms of opportunities for either team so far. I think Mawani and Tell, for me, just really poor. But I don't know. I could say that all day. Nothing's going to change my opinion. So throw in by Pedro Porro into Bentancur. Bentancur now to Porro. He just launches it forward to Tell. Tell brings it down. Just a simple ball will do. There you go. Back to Udogie. Now the ball goes back into Mickey Van der Ven. 9 minutes. I can't say anything has happened for either team here at all. Now here's Mawani. He's got time on the right-hand side. Drive at them. He's up against Cucurella. He whips the ball in. It's headed away easily. He just disappoints me so much. He really does. Anyway, here's Tell into Gallagher to Tell. Now Conor Gallagher goes back into Mickey van der Ven. I don't think I've ever seen a 10-minute game where nothing has happened before, but maybe both teams a little bit nervous. Here's Danso. Goes across to Mickey van der Ven. Now Gallagher. He plays it into Danso. Danso goes out wide to Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro gave the ball away. Luckily wins it back. Cucurella with a good tackle. And then Richie tracks back, wins the ball. Paulinho spreads it wide to Matisse Tell, who slips but gets back up. Matisse Tell lays it off to Paulinho. He gives it to Pedro Porro. Can Spurs make something happen here? Ball whipped in, over to Tell, and the keeper saved it. It was a good header, but saved. Now Adogi, poor ball across, and Spurs have a corner. It was a good ball. The ball was whipped into the back post, and Matisse Tell with a diving header. Let's have a look. Pedro Porro, he was onside Tell, and the keeper has clawed it off the line. No, he hasn't. He's hit the post. Should have scored. Or is he at the post or has the keeper saved it? I can't quite see. Let's have a look at this angle. He's hit the post. He's hit the post. Oh. Oh. Corner kick. Pedro Porro whips it in. Headed down and then all the way into the arms of Sanchez. And that's as close as either team has come. Porro's ball. Tell heads it against the post. So much better that from Tottenham. A good ball in from Pedro Porro and a header that really should have been on target. But nevertheless, a decent effort. Here's Chelsea. Pedro Neto plays the ball into Delap. And Delap tries to lay it off, but Spurs are pressing well. Win it back. Here's Kevin Danso. Turns, goes back into Pedro Porro. So far, Spurs have had 61% of the ball. Chelsea, 39%. Just for anyone that didn't want to do the maths. But still only the one chance in the game for both teams, and that was Matisse Tell with a header. Here's Bentancur into Porro. Here's Gallagher. He goes back into Danso. Danso to Kinski. Kinski to Van der Ven. Not a classic. Doesn't need to be at this stage. Here's Kevin Danso. Plays the ball forward towards the halfway line. Won by the Chelsea player, but Gallagher can pick it up. One back by Santos. And now here's Pedro Neto, who does well, but then one too many, and Adogi can mop up the Spurs. A lot of possession. Not really going anywhere with a lot of it, but you'd rather have the ball than not, right? Here's Pedro Porro into Bentancur. He turns, plays a really good ball into Porro, who plays a really poor pass. And now Chelsea can turn. Really poor that from Pedro Porro. Here's Neto into Cole Palmer. Palmer turns, puts a good ball in. Here's Palmer, shot, saved, and Chelsea have a chance this time. And again, that all came from Pedro Porro giving the ball away. And it fell to Palmer right on the edge of the D. He's whipped it left-footed and a full stretch save by Kinski. Let's be fair. It's a decent save. Kinski should be saving it, right? But he does, and that's the important thing. So a corner kick to Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez is going to whip this in right-footed into the 6-yard box, and it's cleared by Richie. The Lap and Richie go up. It's headed back towards Enzo, though. Enzo Fernandez, and something's happened off the ball. I didn't see, but Porro's down. The ref's not happy about something, and it's a free kick Spurs. I didn't see what happened. Did not see what happened. Let's have a look here. So the ball was played out to Porro. I'll see it again. I didn't see a lot in it, but Spurs have got a free kick. That's all that matters. And it's going to be a goal, a free kick. Kinski will launch this. Goes down the field. Richie can't bring it down. And now here's Caicedo, plays it back in to Fofana, I think. He plays it into Caicedo, back to Cole Palmer. Here's Caicedo. Van der Ven gets the tackle in. The ref says he's happy with it. Caicedo's rolling around on the floor. Caicedo saying his ankle was caught. Van der Ven is saying nothing wrong with it. Ref didn't see anything wrong with it. What do you think, chat? Let's have a look at that again. Palmer. Van der Ven. Nah, nothing wrong with that. Is the chat working? I can't see any comments coming in. Can somebody just put something in, see if the chat is working? Yeah, I thought it was a good tackle, that. I thought it was a good tackle. The ref let it go. Apparently the bias against us doesn't work with this ref, apparently. Yeah, it's working. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the comments. Anyway, here's Caicedo. I do like Caicedo as a player. And the ball goes back into Sanchez. And now Moises Caicedo back to Sanchez. He launches it long this time. And Delap's going to go up for that. And I think he wins it. He does win it in the end, you know. Spurs are battling. We've won it back. Yes, we have in the end. All got a bit scrappy in there. So one good chance each. The Tell header and the Palmer curling shot. And there's a ball played down the line by Dogi, but it was cut out. I think that was Achimpong. And it's a throw into Tottenham. So here's Mickey van der Ven. Porro goes back into Danso. Danso goes back into Kinski. Kinski now launches it down the channel. Won easily by Fofana. And that's going to be mopped up by Sanchez. Mwani's pressing well, but Cucurella calmly gets it back to Sanchez. And Sanchez now sweeps it long down the field. Dogi should win that, and he does, but he's given away. Poor header. Here's Cole Palmer into Neto. Really poor that from Dogi. Here's Enzo. Spurs are stretched a little. Enzo shoots. That is a worldie. Spurs are 1-0 down. Enzo Fernandez, that is a wow. About 25, 30 yards out, has just whipped one into the bottom corner. No chance. He's a top player, and Tottenham are 1-0 down. We can have 60% of the ball, but we never look like doing anything with it. Again, poor from Dogi. Let's have a look. The ball laid off to Enzo. He's about 30 yards out. It's a great strike, but no one's closing him down. No one's closing him down, and he's just whipped it round, and Chelsea are 1-0 up. Spurs have it all to do. Well, we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot to do, haven't we? Bless me. We've got a lot to do here. Do not go 2 goals down, Spurs, because if it goes 2 down, I can't see us coming back. Kinski now launches the ball forward. I mean, do you take any solace from the fact that it was it was a great strike. We can't knock that, but look, it is what it is. It is what it is. We are 1-0 down, and at the moment, it's going to the last day of the season. As it stands, it's going to the last day of the season. And again, I just don't see how we score goals. I don't see how we score goals. And this is my worry every week. Ball launched forward. And it's going to be a throw into Tottenham. It's just, unfortunately, there's just, with no playmaker and with no real front three. I mean, let's be fair. I don't think this front three gets you out the Championship. I don't. And I don't care if any of them score today. I don't think this front three gets you out of the Championship. It was a fantastic strike, but doesn't help us, does it? So Chelsea 1 up, and there's Danso and Delap in a bit of a battle, and Danso wins the battle, and it's a free kick. As it stands, we still just need a point tonight or Sunday, but yeah. Tough times, people. Here's Conor Gallagher, plays it into Mawani. Again, Mawani, it's so bad from Mawani. It's so weak. He just dispossessed so easily. Chelsea now, they're going back into Sanchez. Just can't go 2 down. As I said, what I want to see, for all the hype with what everyone's saying De Zerbi's done, for me, I think we beat an awful Wolves team and Villa's second string. I want to see, what do we do against a decent team? And so far, I don't think we've beaten a decent team. That was my worry going into these last 2 games. But we'll see. And this time a free kick given away by Gallagher on Andre Santos on the centre circle. Anyway, here's Hato. He goes across to, I think that's Fofana. I wish they'd zoom in a little bit so I can see the players. Anyway, here's Enzo Fernandez. Plays the ball into Delap, who holds it up well. Now Caicedo. Oh my God, he's played a great ball to Cucurella. Spurs a stretch. Cucurella pulls it back. Palmer, Delap. And Delap, thank God he is awful, because Spurs could have been 2 down there. Could have been 2 down. Could have been 2 down. Gosh. I mean, Enzo, it was Enzo or Caicedo. One of them played a lovely ball, completely took Porro out the game. Cucurella's in, lays it back. Palmer lays it into Liam Delap, and Delap with an atrocious effort. Thank God for Tottenham. If that had been a better player, we're 2-0 down. And Spurs, for all their early possession, not looking good. A quarter of the game gone. Chelsea 1, Tottenham 0. Don't forget, guys, as it stands, Arsenal are winning the title. As it stands, Man City are losing. So Arsenal winning the title. Tottenham at the moment will need to get a point if West Ham win, that is. Here's Gallagher into Bentancur. Spurs have had a lot of the ball tonight and just doing nothing with it. And I think fans confuse having a lot of the football with playing well. A lot of the ball, but we don't create, like nothing happens with it. I hope you're right, my man. I hope you're right. at the moment, I feel like we're relying on that. Here's Enzo into Caicedo. Santos with a great ball to the lap. And Chelsea are away again here. Cucurella. Porro out of position again. The ball's gone all the way across. And Tell gets back and heads it away. Porro. Well, I said before the game, didn't I? I worry about Cucurella because he has got the beating, getting in behind Porro every single time. He is killing us. Anyway, corner kick to Chelsea. Whipped in. It's gone over everyone. Cleared. Tell clears it. Chelsea are going to recycle the ball. Here's Enzo. Back into Caicedo. It's that free, isn't it? It's the Enzo Caicedo Palmer free, which is just levels above what we've got. Danso heads it clear. Into Caicedo. Gallagher wins it back off him. Bentancur can now give it to Danso. Well, you're bound to. When you don't buy technical footballers, you're going to give the ball away. And it's what I've been saying for years. If you do not buy technical players, you're going to give the ball away. Cucurella, top. Listen, I think he's a top player. I know people hate him. I think he's brilliant. I think he's a brilliant footballer. Unfortunately for us, he's got the beating here. Yeah, and look at him there, Cucurella. He's good defensively. I'll be honest, I've not been impressed with anyone at Spurs. I think Danso's had a good game. Other than that, I'm again, nothing there, is there? There's nothing there. Are we going to get a goal out of nothing? We need it, right? Like, we need someone to pull something out the bag. Here's Mawani. Again, Mawani, he cannot find a Spurs shirt to save his life. He is awful. Kolo Mawani, I'm going down as one of the worst signings this club has ever made. I think he is absolutely dreadful. Here's Caicedo. And Chelsea, I think Chelsea have realised that we haven't really got a lot to hurt them with here. Palmer lays it off to Santos, to Delap. Then Palmer, another ball. Cucurella in a race with Porro. Cucurella beats Porro. Porro brings him down, does he? I'm not sure what the ref's given. It's a free kick and Porro is having a nightmare. Porro is having a nightmare. He is getting his pants pulled down by Cucurella. Told you. Porro is getting, honestly, I don't think for whoever in the chat said, bring Porro off for Spence, I don't think it's a bad idea because Porro cannot defend at all. So free kick, Spurs need to defend this well. Here's Enzo Fernandez over the ball. He's hit the bar. Enzo Fernandez has hit the bar from the free kick. I don't know if he was going for that, but wow. Wow. Here's Tell. Plays it out wide to Udogie. I'll be honest, I've not been impressed with anyone here at all. Anyone. Maybe Danso. Maybe Danso. Porro is getting absolutely torn a new one, by the way. Absolutely torn a new one by Cucurella. Every time. So half an hour gone. Don't forget, by the way, Porro's on a yellow card as well. Here's Gallagher, plays it wide to Tell. Here's Gallagher, lays it off to Paulinho. Paulinho with a terrible pass. A terrible, terrible pass. And then gives away the free kick. And it's just a mess. It's an absolute mess. Terrible. It's Caicedo in midfield. Knocks it into Delap, who goes to Cucurella. And Cucurella, this time his ball was cut out by Danso and goes back to Kinski. Here's Chelsea. In again, this time cleared. Now it goes out to Tell. Here's Tell. Gives the ball to Gallagher, who's got a bit of space here. Gallagher plays the ball across to Pedro Porro. Porro out to Mwani, please. Something, Mwani. Oh, my God. Get off the pitch. Get off the pitch, Mwani. That was... oh, my God. Oh, my God. This has been a horrific performance so far. I got Lubo messaging me going, oh, it was all us until the goal. All us what? We didn't do anything. We go side to side, back sides, just passing the ball. It's nothing. Yeah, really poor. Glad I did a watch along for this. Glad I did a watch along. Porro heads it back this time to Kinski. Oh. Oh, dearie me, guys. I'd love to give you some positives. I'd love to give you some positives. But this is really bad. This is really bad. No, Udogie. He's given the ball away again, Udogie. The same thing. He's given the ball away again from a header. Here's Enzo. Fighting off Mawani. Still holding him off. Lays the ball back. Here's Hatto. Palmer drives through and Bentancur luckily got back at him and got the ball. Oh, Dan, mate, everyone's going, 60% possession. It's like, right, but we just went backwards, sideways. Listen, possession's great if you're doing something with it, right? I'm not saying don't have possession, but I can't use that as a barometer for Spurs were all over Chelsea. Look, this is what we do. We have a lot of the ball. And the reason being that we have a lot of the ball on the halfway line, we've got no creators. Ball played out wide by Porro, who's now seemingly playing centre mid. Gives it to Tell. Tell driving through, and Tell loses the ball easily again. And then Udogie actually does well to win it back. And there's a ball played into Tell. Can we see something better this time? Tell, oh, for crying out loud. What is this front three? God, what is this front three? It is awful. Oh, I don't want any of this front three at the club next year. None of them. None of them. Mawani brings it down. Can he get past Cucurella? No, he can't. But the ball does fall to Conor Gallagher. Palmer trying to get back at Paulinho. Here's Bentancur. Here's Tell. Plays a ball down the line to Bentancur. Spurs just have no... We've just got no idea in that final third, have we? I mean, I don't even know if Richarlison's playing. I've not seen him. Dan, absolutely, man. Absolutely bang on. Absolutely bang on. I just, honestly, I thought we'd at least, I don't know, I don't know what I thought anymore. I don't know. It's not worth getting upset about, is it? I feel like if we stay up, this is going to be more about West Ham than us. I genuinely feel that. And that's the problem, Alfie, right? That's the problem. And I think what people have to realise is it's the players we've got. We haven't got the skill set to break teams down or create really good attacking phases. Here's Enzo into Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer now turns. Cole Palmer's playing well tonight. It's just no different. It's no different. I think there's been a lot of copium about how much better we've been, but I think we work harder, but there's no... Bentancur tries the through ball, but too much on it. Ah, Chloe, you're not wrong. We are, aren't we? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Not wrong. Hope you're well, Chloe. Good luck for the final next week. Sorry about that. Sorry, I was. God, enjoy. You'll have a great time. Don't drink. All do. It's up to you. No, sure. I mean, but this was my point, right? It's like we keep going at managers, but I feel like we're not realizing that this is one of the worst Spurs teams I've ever seen. And Delap has spun Van de Ven, and Van de Ven's given away the foul. Oh. So free kicks Chelsea, it's just deflating, isn't it? It's so much hard work. And Kinski gathers the free kick. Oh, given away, but God, it's awful. Whoever that was awful. Guys, I really wish I had something to give you here, but Chelsea are just playing little patterns through us in midfield, and they're working the ball. Every time they're working that ball to Cucurella, and Spurs are doing nothing to cut it off. I can see it, you can see it, they can see it. So is that 3 of our back 4 on yellow cards? Chelsea are just working that ball through midfield. I'm just glad it's only 1. I'm just glad it's only 1 at the moment. This is awful. Oh, God, it's not. That is not the only difference. Our offences, that is not the only difference. Look at the triangles they're playing in midfield. Look at the difference when Neto and Cucurella get the ball out wide compared to Mawani and Tell. Nah, sorry, it's not just the front three. There's a lot wrong here. So not a lot then. Not a lot. Oh, there's 1 minute left of injury time. Danso wins the header. Given away by Spurs. Really poor. Here's Cole Palmer. Palmer shoots and it's just wide. I tell you what, again, Spurs look atrocious. This is absolutely atrocious. Richarlison's down injured. I haven't noticed he was on the pitch. He's up now. I mean, I haven't noticed he was on the pitch. Well, I mean, it's half time. It's 1-0. Thank God that is over. Awful half from Tottenham Hotspur. Awful, awful half from Tottenham Hotspur. Let's go over to where are we? Let's go to Man City, Bournemouth, I'm guessing. So Arsenal are 16 minutes. Arsenal are a half time away from winning the Premier League. Just an atrocious game. Just awful. Just awful from Spurs. Look, let me know your thoughts. And this is why, like, when people keep telling me we're going to smash teams, I don't know who creates and scores, which is why I don't predict many wins before people have a go at me. There's no goal threat, but as well as goal threat, there's no creativity. Like, there's no creativity. Mawani is awful. Tell is awful. Richie is awful. The midfield three don't have a creative bone between them. Porro and Udogie have been atrocious, and the centre halves are on yellow cards. Other than that, it's been a good night. It's what do you do? Like, at the moment, it looks like we need to wait till Sunday. But you are right, Gus, you're right. It is only one. It is only one. I don't know, it's just awful. Is Maddison fit enough to play? Is he? I don't know. I mean, the goal was really poor, wasn't it? Udogie with the mistake, giving the ball away, and then absolutely no one closing down. No one closing down Enzo. I mean, look, take nothing away from it. It was a wonderful strike from Enzo Fernandez. But again, they've opened us up 3 or 4 more times since then. And let's be brutally honest, Cucurella has got Porro on toast. Cucurella has got Porro on toast. Every time Cucurella makes that run, Porro is 10 yards away from him. At the moment, 77th minute at Bournemouth. Bournemouth 1, City 0, which means Bournemouth could still get Champions League, which means Arsenal are Premier League champions unless Man City find 2 goals. 2 goals needed. It's not going to happen, is it, at the moment? But, hey, I don't know. When everything's going against you, everything's going against you. So, I don't know, guys. Look, let's do what we always do. 5 words. What's going on at Spurs? 5 words. What's going on today's game? Sum it up for me. For me, I'll say an absolute lack of quality. As always, it's just an absolute lack of quality. When fans tell me, oh, this squad, De Zerbi will change them next year, I don't want to see this squad next year. No, because I've seen him do this for 4 years now. Nah. For me, I see this for 4 years. Nah, I'm not doing these excuses anymore for these players. I'm not doing it. Every time a player gets rinsed, we have but is it Frank's tactics? Is it De Zerbi's? Is it Ange's? Is it Tudor's? Is it Conte's? Is it no, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. He can't defend. He can't defend. Listen, I just hope that Leeds can get something at Everton and save our blushes. I really do. Really do. But I don't know, guys. I feel like I used to be angry by these sorts of things, but as somebody that doesn't rate the squad, I don't really think it's a big surprise. Our fullbacks are bad. The midfield there's no balance. There's no quality on the ball. There's no creativity out wide. The front man is crap. I thought we were poor against Wolves, by the way. I thought we were very average against Leeds. I don't think massively a lot has changed. I think the win against Wolves was a godsend to be playing Wolves at that time. But, the first 15 minutes, we had a lot of the ball. Didn't do anything with it. One chance. I think we had the one chance, didn't we? From Matisse Tell's header. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm so calm about it these days. But I don't know. I'm just so bored of excuses, right? Sorry, I just really am. People can pick the one player. For me, this isn't about one player. It's not about one player, is it? This is about the collective. And unfortunately, this is the squad we put together. Like it or not. Big up, although some haven't seen me for a while. Big up to you guys. Yeah, working full time now, so don't really get a chance to do much streaming. To be honest, life's a lot nicer without it, if I'm brutally honest. But look, it's the same as anything, right? It's the same as anything. Chelsea have players that will hurt you. Enzo Fernandez, Cucurella, right? Cole Palmer. I said they've got players that will hurt you. We don't have players that will hurt teams. Unfortunately, we just don't. And the ones that we do have are the ones injured. But thank God Pedro's not playing. But I don't know. To make it worse, before we even finish tonight, it looks like Arsenal are about to be crowned champions. Depending on how much that annoys you, that's going to be a thing, isn't it? At the moment, they are 5 points off the top. And I don't know. Look, it is what it is. Arsenal fans are going to be absolutely loving it tonight. Going to absolutely be loving it. Walter said, do I think we'll go down? I think that West Ham might keep us up. I think West Ham will keep us up because of how bad they are. I think West Ham and Spurs are two very bad teams. And I just think that luckily we've got a few more points than they've got, right? So, Oh, dearie me. Look, if Arsenal win the league, people won't like me saying this, but fair play. They have been the best team in the country this year. They've got a good squad and they've built it for years. And unfortunately, that's what you've got to do to win titles. And whilst they've been building a great squad, we've put this squad together. Let that sink in, right? Let that sink in. While they've been building their squad, we've been building this squad over 5 years. It's horrific. Absolutely horrific. And fair play to them. Listen, I know a lot of people want to hate it, but for me, fair play to them. They've been the best team. And it is what it is. But what do Spurs do? How do we change this game? Has Maddison got 45 minutes in his legs? Will any of our forwards score a goal? Do Chelsea get the second and kill the game off? I don't know. I've given up second guessing Tottenham now. But yeah. I don't know. Does anyone else just feel a little bit with Tottenham? Like, we all love Tottenham, but don't you just ever feel like, God, this is just like we deserve this for how bad we've put this squad together. And if we stay up by hook or crook, then I don't know. Absolutely, Perch. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. This is why we're 17th, the 5 words. There's excuse after excuse after excuse. And it doesn't matter who the manager is. We're not a good team. Like it doesn't matter who the manager is. We're not a good team. Do you know, if we don't win today, I saw this today. If we don't win today, and if we don't beat Everton, do you know that De Zerbi's win percentage, it will be like 0.1 higher than Frank's was? And again, that's not me comparing them. That's comparing the squad. It's the squad, right? It's the squad. Oh, we need this season over. Need it done. The thing is, this is exactly the same as last season. We're on the exact same amount of points as last season, but last season we lost more games. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, right? Let that sink in. Last year we lost 22 games. This year we've lost 17 at the moment. And with this game, this will be 17. Puts into perspective how bad last year was. That was with Son and Maddison and Kulu, right? Mental, isn't it? Absolutely mental. Pete, you're not wrong, my man. You're not wrong. Abject heartbreak. Yeah, it's yeah, but the league, as I said it in the summer, the Europa League covered it all up. In the league, it's been exactly the same with less wins. Less wins, more less losses, but more draws. These last 2 years have been absolutely shocking. Shocking. Look, I don't know. Noel Gallagher is leaving the stands. Just waiting to see when the Spurs game is going to start again. Can we get the draw? Maybe. It's only 1 goal, but at the moment it just looks horrific. And I'll tell you what worries me is Chelsea look like they're only ever 3 passes away from our goal. It's the little ball in from Caicedo to Palmer to Enzo to Cucurella, right? It's 3 or 4 passes, boom, they're in. Spurs don't have that out ball, do we? We don't have that out ball. So, look, we'll see. There's a long ball into Haaland, but Bournemouth, listen, great win if they can get this, even if they draw, right? But, of course. As I said, we've been getting worse year on year. And when I've brought the stats and the data up, loads of other YouTubers have had a go at me. Said, but context what? We've just been doing that. Overall, we've been doing that. And, and that's the worry. I don't think they'll roll over. They're not great and they're not in good form, but we're not great, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, just seeing if they started the second half. No, still adverts. Daniel, he was never the problem. He was, if people liked him or not, he was never the problem. There's so many problems at Spurs, but I think a lot of people wanted to make themselves feel better that it was that, right? But even now, we've got 21 first-team players fit and we look awful. I don't know. I'm just so Drained of it, right? I'm just drained of it. Do you know what we need? Here you go, the positive. What Spurs need is someone to do something out of nothing, don't we? We need a banger. We need someone to pick it up 25 yards out, rifle it in the top corner. We need something from nothing. Otherwise, I just don't know how we create. I don't. I'm sorry. I keep saying this. Oh, let's get rid of this Owen guy. He's annoying me now. I ban comments now. I don't care. I don't do this enough time to be bothered by it. So I just remove them. Look, players come back onto the pitch. At the moment, if you were a Chelsea player, you'd feel like you know the route to goal, right? You feel like you know the route to goal. Get it into Palmer and to Enzo and get them to release Cucurella. But yeah, Arsenal, as we said, they're going to be league champions. They're going to be league champions, and all you can do is say, well done. I'll be honest, I'm jealous. I'm very, very jealous. I'm very, very jealous. And the second half's about to start. Cole Palmer's going to get the game off and underway. There we go. So what can Spurs do? What can Spurs do? Here's Sanchez. Now the ball goes out towards Achimpong. He goes down the line to Neto. Neto trying to turn a Dogie. Dogie couldn't get to him with 2 or 3 bites of the cherry. The ball goes back into Sanchez. So no changes at half time. His Delap lays it off nicely to Santos. Cucurella again on the left-hand side. Lays it off to Enzo. Back to Cucurella. Cucurella. And it's out for a corner kick. Porro thinks it's a goal kick, but it's out for a corner kick to Chelsea. So the second half has started as the first ended, with Chelsea just playing pretty patterns through our midfield. Corner whipped in, straight into the arms of Kinski. Big 45 minutes this, right? Here's Paulinho. Into Gallagher. He goes back into Van der Ven. Back to Kinski. Spurs have no out ball here. Ball down the line to Adogi. What can you make of this? And Fofana comes over, and it's like taking candy off a baby. And then Chelsea have played themselves into trouble, and it's a throw on. Matisse Tell's going to take it. Doesn't matter. They've won the league. We can all cry and moan about how they've won the league. They've won the league, mate. I don't know what we can say. They've scored the second most goals in the league and conceded the least. They've won the most games and lost the less. I don't know. You know, they've got the best goal difference. I'm not sure that anyone can complain that they've won it. Cole Palmer's down on the ground at the moment. You're not missing anything. Yeah, see, I don't do all this childish stuff. I don't do it all this. Listen, Arsenal have won the league. They've got the best squad. They've won the most games. They've lost the least. They've got the best defence in the country. They score goals. I listen, I'm a grown-up. I don't do all this. All refs gave them the league. I'm a grown-up. Come on. Anyway, back here. Here's Enzo into Delap. Tackled by Conor Gallagher, and then Bentancur mops it up, and then a free kick given away from the foul by Andre Santos, I think, on Paulinho. Oh, grow up, man. Grow up. They've not. I don't do all this cheating thing. I just can't be bothered with all that talk. It's really silly. Really silly. Here's Tell. Whips in across. Richie. Oh my God. For his sake, I hope he was offside. Oh my God. He's not just offside. He's miles offside. And that header, wow. 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 Oh, God, Spurs are bad, aren't they? God, we are bad. We are so bad. So what have Spurs got? 1 point needed. And Man City have equalised at Bournemouth. I think it's going to be all a little bit too little too late. Erling Haaland, as you can imagine, with a goal. I can't imagine there's enough time for a winner, is there? God, the scenes if Man City grab a goal. I'm just so deflated by Spurs. And Bournemouth. So I'm just watching the last minute of the Bournemouth game. They're away on an attack. And there it is. Arsenal are Premier League champions. It's official. Arsenal are Premier League champions. So it is what it is. Now, can Spurs grab a goal? Save our own bacon. We just haven't looked like doing anything. Here's Van der Ven to Kinski. He gives it to Paulinho. Yeah, where's that idiot Joe that used to come in here? He wanted West Ham to beat Arsenal, remember? See, games like this make you realise why we needed Arsenal to win that game, right? I wish I had something for you guys. It's just nothing. There's no build up. There's nothing here. It's just nothing. Like there's no throwing the kitchen sink, getting balls down. Like there's nothing. There's nothing. Said I think if we stay up, I think it's going to be more about West Ham, how bad they've been in the last 3 or 4. Is Neto turns, shoots, blocked. I don't know what to say, guys. Like, I feel like I want to be up for this. I want to, I want to be positive, but it's just really bad. Like, this is no different to what we've seen all season. I don't buy into this that De Zerbi's changed us and we look much better. I feel that this is awful. Can we do something here? Here's Pedro Porro to Mawani. Back to Bentancur. It's just not going anywhere. Oh, we've won a corner, have we, off Mawani? Well done. Oh, God, I'm just hoping for a goal out of nothing here. Cross comes in. Richie with a header down and easily into the arms of Sanchez. And we're nearly at the hour mark. Lee, thank you. Thank you. There's the comment. There's the comment. That's the comment. Absolutely bang on, Lee. People don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it, do they? We never quite, no one wants to admit. Here's Palmer running through, but Mickey van der Ven should get there first. He does. And then the ball's blocked and got out for a throw. Half an hour to go. Tell losing the ball again. And Gallagher, they're all, I mean, they're just all, and then Gallagher giving away a foul. I mean, it's so, but I don't think anyone can take any credit from this game. This is shocking. So what's this person saying about? I won't answer anyone who doesn't pay. No, that you won't answer anyone who doesn't pay. I don't know what I don't know what I'm meant to be answering. What am I meant to be answering? Free kick to Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez whips it in. It's cleared away. And the ref gives a free kick. Something happened in the box. And Richie loses the ball. Candy from a baby. It's all of them, isn't it? All of them. All of them. Just got to hope Chelsea make a mistake or a goal out of nothing. Just something, right? At the moment, I couldn't tell you that we're fighting for our Premier League survival. Yeah, big up to Paul Carter in the chat. Mate, listen, I wish I had something positive for you, but this has been absolutely horrific. There's just nothing happening. Like, there's nothing for me to really commentate on. Like, Spurs aren't doing anything. All right, big up to you, my man. I don't know who you are, but big up to you. Big up to you. I just wish we were wrong, Haribo. I wish we were wrong about this Spurs team, but we're not. Can we do something here? It's Paulinho. Spreads it wide. Here's Tell with a dreadful ball. Awful ball from Tell again. In that last third, they are atrocious, aren't they? They are atrocious. I don't even know. Other than Madison, who I don't think is fit, who's coming off that bench to change it? This. Here's Gallagher. Plays it into Richie. Oh my God. Stop, Richarlison. Retire. He is such a bad footballer. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, I'm not saying they've been fantastic, but there's just nothing about us. Wazza, you're saying would this happen if Levy was in charge? Levy built this squad, mate. Here's Mawani. Hasn't he got one thing in his locker? Plays it across. There. How it's impossible to just not laugh at this abysmal front three. Oh my God. Here's Porro. No, we're not even getting any donations. We've had 3 super chats. I'll get to them in a minute. Been a bad day for views, for revenue, for everything. Arsenal winning the title, Spurs. Oh, good gosh. This is hard work, guys. This is real hard work. So it looks like Madison, Spence, and Sarr are all coming on with 23 minutes to go. Papa Sarr. Here's Enzo. Paulinho mops up, and here's Mawani. Oh my God, Mawani's giving it away to Palmer. Chelsea are away. We've got some bodies back. Here's Neto. Plays it wide. In 2-0. Oh my God. What is wrong with Kolo Mawani? What is wrong? That is absolutely dreadful. Tottenham are 2-0 down. This is the worst Spurs squad I have ever seen. I don't care who the manager is. Doesn't matter if it's Frank. Doesn't matter if it's Tudor. Doesn't matter if it's De Zerbi. It's shit. It is shit. It is 2-0 to Chelsea. And I'm embarrassed. I mean, it's truly, truly embarrassing, isn't it, at this stage? What do you do? So Spurs need West Ham to not win, and we need a point. I'm going to say it. People are going to hate it. Listen, I like De Zerbi, but his in-game management, we saw it against Sunderland, Brighton, when he made changes and the game flowed back to Brighton, Leeds. His in-game management is bad at the moment. Bad. Really bad. Here's Jed Spence. So James Maddison on when you're 2-0 down. Caicedo, he's played it into Neto. Chelsea are away again. Here's Neto into the box. Lays it across. Kinski saves it. And now James Maddison hooks it away. Oh my good God. If we play like this against Everton, we better pray for Leeds United to beat West Ham. Because this is atrocious. Here's Tell. 20 minutes to go. I mean, here's Bentancur. Spurs just can't get an opening here. Straight into the arm. Gallagher with a kind of half volley straight into the arms of Sanchez. It just, I mean, as I said, it doesn't matter who the manager is. These players, until this squad changes, nothing's going to change. We need a clear out. We need an absolute clear out. Absolute clear out. There's nothing there, is there? There's nothing there. There's absolute nothing. We looked absolutely toothless against Leeds. We looked toothless tonight. Like, there's nothing there. Here's Tell. Down the line, Porro pulls it back. Mawani and Richarlison scored. Spurs have got one back with Richie. Get the ball back. Get the ball back. Richarlison has scored. And Tottenham back in with a chance with 17 minutes to go. Oh, good God. Can Spurs do it and finally end this awful, awful season Richie was onside. 1 goal back. Oh, when will this season end? Spurs have got a chance. Spurs have got a chance. Watchalong couldn't miss. 2 yards out. 16 minutes to go. Chelsea making a change. Achampong has gone off. And Trevor Chalobah has come on. We have got 15, 16 minutes plus injury time. What can we rally? Please get the goal because I need this season over. Cole Palmer gets the game off and underway. Oh, right. What have we got, Spurs? You've got 15 minutes. There's Enzo. Poor ball into Kinski. Oh. And Spence gives the ball away. It's up in the air. Palmer brings it down, but Neto couldn't keep it on. The ball was spinning away. You don't have to be here. See you later, mate. You don't have to be here. I don't think the chat is toxic. This is the worst Spurs team I think we've ever seen. Scumbag. Look at this guy. This guy. Oh, I've just realised who it is. Yeah, I don't know even know if I've just realised who it is. I don't know why I give him the time of the day. It's the guy that likes it when we lose every week. I don't know what you can say to fans like that. Never mind. Anyway. What have Spurs got? Have we got a goal? Because I need this season over ASAP. This has been some awful, awful couple of years for Spurs. Here's Cole Palmer, though. Chelsea on the attack. Spurs have got bodies back, though. Neto. Spurs did well there. We've got bodies back. And there's a foul by Caicedo on Richie. I didn't see it, but Richie's gone down in pain. I'd like to see that again. So I just turned over and I saw. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, mate. Get up. We've got a point to score to save our Premier League survival, mate. What have we got? This is what it's all come down to now. What have we got? We've pulled one back. It's up to us. Desperation times with 13 minutes to go. Oh, God, I've supported Spurs 40 years, and I've never remembered hating a squad as much as this. I just want the goal. I just want the season over. Please, please, Spurs, just grab the goal. Get this season over with. Oh. So there's a yellow card for Hato of Chelsea. Oh, lucky you, Ben. Supported them 40 years, and this is the worst squad I've seen by a country mile. Dava. Who's Dava? Dava, if you're in the chat, Dava, don't be scared. I don't know what that means. I'm scared of... I don't know what that means. Scared of... Dava, don't be scared, whoever you are. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I don't know what to be scared of. James Maddison chasing the ball down. Keeps it in. Gets it to Spence. Can Spurs find a goal? Spence whips the ball in, but it's deflected and Chelsea get it away. But Spurs, the ball's headed back in by Mickey van der Ven. Jed Spence does well. Here's Maddison. But his first touch let him down and Chelsea can play their way out of trouble. I mean, it's a one-off game. Of course, they've got a chance. But there's a free kick given away by Papa Sarr on the edge of the box. Destiny, all I'm going to say is, mate, listen, mate, we haven't had any trolls in here all day, and then you come in here and just start acting silly. Look, can you just leave it, please, mate? I've had such a good time the last month not being on YouTube without you being an idiot. Can you just leave it? Like, that's all I'm going to say. Just leave it, mate. Look, dude, you've got to grow up a little bit, man. You've got to grow up. Just stop, mate. He supports his channel. I don't know what that means, mate. I've done like one video in about a week. I don't know what you mean. Look, dude, two more and you're gone. I have no idea. You're coming in here and ruining it for everyone. I don't know why you're here. Sean's doing one. We are Tottenham TV are doing one. Irish Spurs doing it. Loads of people are doing one. I don't know what you want. I don't know why you seem to be the only Spurs fan who can't realise the dire straits we're in. I just don't get it, mate. I've never understood it. Every time I you know, when I used to turn on shows, you were in there telling everyone how good they were. Right? What do you mean I'm here to celebrate a goal because you don't? What do you mean? We need another one. That goal, we need a goal. We need a goal now, mate. Don't know what you're on about. Dude, listen, one more and you're gone. I don't know why you're being silly. Everyone in here, no one was doing anything wrong until you came in. Just relax. One more and you're gone if you're going to be silly. Just talk football with everyone else and stay. But just stop. You've come in here and just gone for me. One more, you're gone. All right? I don't do YouTube a lot anymore. Thank God. So just stop. All right? Palmer, free kick, hits the wall. Richie, can he get it away? Get it away, Richie, into Spence. Get it away, Spence. Spence and Richie between them have made a cock up of that. Here's Enzo. Oh, my gosh. Just get rid of the ball. And it's a throw into Chelsea. We've got 8 minutes to find a goal here. We've got 8 minutes. At the moment, we just... Chelsea make the mistake. Spurs have got a throw on the right-hand side. We've got 7.5 minutes plus stoppage time. It's not all over. We've got Sunday, but... We've got Sunday, but we need a goal. We need a goal. Jed Spence, can he keep it on? He can. But then Neto gets back at him. And then James Maddison's done well. Plays it into Richie. Richie turns. Plays it into Maddison. Oh! Hato. Oh, no. The ball, for anyone not watching, the ball was played through to Maddison. Maddison's about to pull the trigger. And Hato gets over, gets the block in. It was great defending. Not really sure what more Matters could have done, to be honest. But much better. So Spurs. Dude, please stop. One more, you're gone. One more, you're gone. Please. Just leave it, mate. Everyone, look, you're clearly drunk and everyone's getting annoyed. Please. Just leave it. I think everyone's really frustrated as Spurs fans this season. Just leave it, man, please. I don't want to be blocking people, but you seem to be the only one who is goading at other fans. I think most fans are really annoyed. So Richie's been yellow carded. Madison's claiming something. I don't know what's going on here. I have no idea what's going on. Let's have a look. So Cucurella, Delap, Hato, Richarlison. Everyone's falling over. I think Spurs are asking for a penalty. Every player is surrounding the ref. I can't hear, so I've got no idea. I can't hear. I've got no idea. So they want the penalty. So Cucurella's hustling and tussling, and then the refs. What's the ref done? I'm confused. What's happening? I'm so confused. There's so much going on in that box. I can't hear what's going on, by the way. I can't hear anything that's going on. I can't hear, so I don't know. I'm relying on you lot at this stage. I don't know what was said with VAR. Was VAR involved? Someone's got to help me here. I don't know. I haven't got the sound on. Now Cucurella's sitting on the floor. Oh, God, it's all getting silly now. He's back to his thing. And now Danso's fighting with someone. And now Delap's fighting with Danso. And oh, my gosh. 4 minutes to go. Corner. Sanchez drops it, but claims it at the second attempt. By the way, yeah, there won't be a watch along for the Everton game. I'm not here. I'm at the I'm down in I'm not going to say actually where, but I'm down with my wife visiting her dad, and there's a clear yellow card for Delap. For I don't know if it was an elbow, but he definitely caught him. I don't know why Delap's confused. It's a yellow card, right? Let's have a look. Yeah, I just think he leant with his arm, didn't he? Let's have a look at this from this angle, tell us. I don't think there's any malice, but I think he's just left his arm up. It's a yellow card. Spurs got 3 minutes plus injury time. 3 minutes plus injury time. Don't know what Delap was worried about. It was definitely a yellow card, no more, no less. Yeah, I don't rate Delap at all, by the way. I don't rate Delap. Richie heads the ball down, but oh. So Chelsea are bringing on 3 players here. Looks like it's going to be Garnacho. I don't know who the other 2 are. Is it Aguso? So Garnacho looks like he's coming on for Liam Delap. For Cole Palmer. So a few substitutions here from Chelsea. It'll add a bit more time on. Big up, Russ. Fair play. Well done to your boys for staying up. Thoroughly deserved in the end. Thoroughly deserved. Took you through that penalty. I don't know what they were asking for or what was said because I don't have the sound on. I need you guys to tell me that. Again, it's just so much pushing and shoving in penalty areas. It's getting ridiculous. They've got to change something. But look, hang on. Spurs have got 1 minute plus injury time to find a goal. It's all got very scrappy in there, but Gallagher comes out with the ball. What can Spurs do? Here's Gallagher. Gives it to Maddison. Now to Bentancur. Okay, so some people are saying the ball wasn't in play when the foul happened. I don't. Again, that's the problem. When I can't, I can only see. I can't hear. So there's going to be 7 minutes of injury time, of which there are 6 left. Ritchie has run on to a loose ball by Chelsea. Into Maddison. Chelsea scramble it away, and actually they've played it out brilliantly in the end. Spurs have got a 3-on-3. We're getting players back, and the ball goes out wide to Nueka. I don't know this player. I don't know who he is, but he's holding the ball up. So we're saying the whistle was blown, but the ball wasn't kicked. I'll have to look at it afterwards. Here's Mickey van der Ven. Tripped. Free kick. It's going to be a yellow card. Loads of yellows going on now. I just don't like you. There you go, Matt. Every single time I post on YouTube, you have a sarky comment. You've got to say something stupid. So there you go. I can't be any clearer. Right. Here's Tell. Maddison. Spurs have got 4.5. The ball whipped in by Maddison. Easily cleared away. But Porro heads it back in. Now Spence. Ball's fallen to Gallagher. And this time the ref gives another foul to Tottenham. Caicedo. There's a lot of fouls. It's very scrappy. Right, so what I'm being told is the official rule, the reason why it was ruled out, the official rule is the foul was before the ball was in play. So the caution for the foul, but you can't give a penalty if the ball isn't in play. Right, okay. So if that's the rule, that's the rule. Like, Anyway, free kick to Spurs. What a great time for James Maddison to whip this in and save Spurs in the Premier League. James Maddison runs up, free kick. And it's gone high and wide. It's not a good free kick. And Spurs have 3.5 minutes. So Spurs have 2.5 minutes to find an equaliser. Throw in. Danso. Long throw. Headed away. Back to Danso, who gives the ball away. Gallagher though can win it back. It's now with Bentancur. Bentancur thinks it's at the back post. Tell heads it down, and that's really poor. Oh, is that the last chance? Matt, the rules are the ball wasn't in play, so it can't be a penalty. Again, when you're saying you're calling out corruption and agenda, I'm an adult. I don't believe there's any corruption. I think it's ridiculous. Go and look at the actual rules. As I said, people don't want to look at the rules. So, throwing to Spurs, we've got 1.5 minutes, but I mean, we've been absolutely shit today again. Here's Gallagher. Spence. Gallagher. Spence. And well defended that time by Garnacho. But here's Gallagher again. Spurs have got just over a minute to find a goal. Here's Van der Ven. We've got 15 seconds of the 7 to go. Here's Maddison. It's now or never Spurs. Here it is. Porro lays it off to Tell. Across the goal. Tell, that is awful. Again, Matisse Tell. Oh, God, he is awful. Oh, Aaron, absolutely so glad I don't do this full time anymore. So glad, mate. Just because of people like Matt and whatever. There's the full-time whistle. Tottenham need a point depending on the West Ham score. James Maddison is going mad about something. He's going mad about something, but Tottenham have lost, and I'll be honest, it was an atrocious performance. I thought we were absolutely rubbish in that game. Tell, Richie, Mwani has to be the worst front three I've ever seen. Ever for Spurs. That midfield three, not one of them can pass the ball properly. We know that. Porro, Adogi, atrocious defenders. What do you do? What do you say anymore? I don't know. I just don't know. Like we you know, every time there's an excuse, but we're just terrible. We're a very poor football team, and I feel like a lot of people are learning the hard way. A lot of people are learning the hard way. Too many people have bigged up too many bad footballers. But, it's this manager. But, it's that manager. But. It don't matter. They showed again today. These players aren't gifted. They're not composed. They work hard. But we go to the last day of the season and Spurs are 90 minutes from safety or relegation. It's It's tough. It's really tough. I don't know. What do you say? You know, I see all these YouTube channels and everyone, it's excuse after excuse after excuse. Can we call it for what it is? It's a really shit squad. Can we just call it for what it is? Can we call it for what it is? These players aren't good enough. As a collective, we are not good enough. It's poor. It's really poor. And you know what? Unfortunately, we spent all season watching poor footballers. We've bought kids that aren't that good. And then we just say, yeah, but they're kids. We've bought pros that aren't that good, but they get a pass every year. Every year. I just don't know, guys. I don't know what to say anymore. I just don't know what to say. Because, again, for anyone that didn't see, the rules are if the ball is not in play, a penalty cannot be given. So if the ball is not in play, a penalty cannot be given. Whether you like that rule or not, it's the rule. I know people don't want the rules. It's easier to just shout corruption, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know. I think we stay up because I think West Ham will fail to beat Leeds. But if West Ham beat Leeds, we're in all sorts of trouble. Because I don't look at this team. I don't know where goals are coming from. Again, all of our goals are scrappy in the box like that, aren't they? There's no real nice football played. We just, I don't know. You know, mate, I've been trying to say this for ages. I don't know why so many think this is a good squad. I really, really don't. You know, we need sweeping changes in the summer. We need sweeping changes. But every time you say that, you got those that love, yeah, but Porro's good, he should stay. But Adogi's good, he should stay. But Gray's good, he should stay. Bergvall should stay. Danso should stay. Dragushin should stay. Tell should stay. Richie will be better. Mawani will be better. This is not a good set of footballers. This is not a good set of footballers. I'm not saying none of them are going to stay. Of course they are. But as a collective, whoever put this squad together with no balance. Now, remember on the Spurs 5 when I used to get cussed at the beginning of the season because I said, there's no balance to this squad. I don't know what we've bought. I thought it was a terrible summer and I was told I'm negative. And, you know, I just don't see it. I never liked the squad. I think we've got it terribly right. It just doesn't seem to matter who the manager is. None of it matters. It's a really poor squad. And I'm really hoping now that everyone has woken up to that. Hoping. But John, I think the problem is we've got to start 8 to 10 of them in the summer. Got to mix it up. 8 to 10 of them in the summer. Got to get rid of loads of players. Because the problem is, and the thing for me, guys, the problem is every time we do this, right? You watch. It's manager comes in, player has a couple of good games, and we go, this player's going to explode under this manager. And you're like, but they're not. They've had how many managers? How many managers have they had? But we'll do it again, won't we? We'll do it again. But under De Zerbi, this player, really? Can we not just realise now that we've had a lot of these players for many years and it's not good? Can we not want better, please, for once? I don't know, guys. Look, guys, it is what it is. Sunday, it's nothing to do with what players we like now, what managers we like, what owners we like, what director of football. Spurs need a point. And if we lose to Everton and West Ham win, Tottenham Hotspur are going to find themselves in the Championship. Like, let that sink in. Spurs are so bad that we are 1 game away from the Championship. Like, it's madness, right? 1 game away. So when I get people like Destiny coming to chat going, Savva, you're not a real Spurs fan. I don't know if he's watching the same thing as the rest of us. I'm really sad as to what's happened to my football club. I commend all those people that talk about corruption and PGMOO hates us and poor us. Really? This has been years now. This has been years and years and years. And if we do stay up, we need to have a clear out. We can complain about refs every game. Every fan base I see complain about refs every single game. But we're not down there because of the referees. We're down there because we're not good. We're not good. And if we stay up, there'll be no celebrating from me. I'm embarrassed. If we stay up, it will be a sigh of relief. It will be a sigh of relief. I just want to stay up, draw a line under it and go, right, after Sunday, Spurs, what are you doing this summer? Because we cannot go into another season like this. We cannot go into another season with this squad. We can't. Look, guys, girls, I'm going to do some super chats and leave it there. Big up to Chloe. Good luck to you boys in Leipzig. Good luck to you boys. Crystal Palace in Leipzig. Big up to you, Chloe. Thank you very much. DB forever. Thank you for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you very much. And Mark Taylor, thank you so much. They put another sausage on a barbie. Thanks, Mark. Looking forward to the barbecue. Look, I don't know what to say anymore. It is what it is. It is what it is. Am I surprised? No. Why are people so surprised? Okay. On that note, guys, Arsenal win the title. It's what happens when you build a good squad for a number of years. Tottenham, 1 game away from relegation. It's what happens when you don't build a good squad over a number of years. Take care. Much love. And hang on, let me see if anyone's live. Actually. 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. I was trying to see. Where's my... 1 second. I'll send you over somewhere so you don't have to worry about finding it yourself. I'll send you over to Sean. There you go. When you get there, just say Savva Raid or FHTV Raid. Much love. Take care. And as always, come on. You Spurs.